Hi, I'm Matt Walsh, and you're watching PA Live.
What's Brewin' is presented by Crown Trophy of Little Rock, nationally known, locally owned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to What's Brewing. I'm Joshua Carroll, joined by Coach Kevin Kelly. We've wrapped up this past week with a game that actually went a little bit easier than I thought it would be. It was a pretty good game, I thought.
Yeah, us coming in 3-2 at the time, and they're 5-0, and they've got a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence, and some really, really talented players, and you need to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and they had the guys to do that. So I was really proud of our guys and the way they fought.
You know, like you said, they came in 5-0, and so it was because of that we kind of expected that they were, like you had mentioned last week, that they were coming in maybe seeing PA as a little bit vulnerable and looking to capitalize on that and continue that, keep that undefeated season going, but they weren't able to, obviously. Big rushing job done by Joe Hyman. He's been really tearing it up all year this year, but you really have to kind of give it up to him. I was interesting looking at the stat sheet this morning that the second in rushing was Braden Bratcher.
Right.
And so those two together, they seem to be having a good rhythm together.
Yeah, and Braden gets a lot of his when the play breaks down in a passing game, and guys have dropped into coverage and those kinds of things, and he's really, really good in the open field and is able to make teams pay for that. And then Joe's done a really nice job in the running area, the rushing department, but he's done a nice job in the passing area too. And when we couldn't get him loose inside, we've thrown the ball outside, and he's done a better job. That's the one thing I had a question mark when he came in, was whether he could catch the ball very well or not. He really worked on that. He's the kind of kid that works hard. And then I really think Isaiah Woods did a good job last week too. Joe's a guy that's going to elude you. And Isaiah, when they get used to being on their heels a little bit and give the ball to him, I thought he did a nice job of running hard and running through people. So with Braden and Joe and Isaiah all playing well, we're really tough to stop on offense.
Well, and you say run over people. That's exactly what Woods does.
Yeah.
I would not want to see him barreling at me. And, it's interesting to see. I don't know of many other teams that you actually see give a good push in the back to after the handoff. Is that common and I just miss it?
I don't think that's common. I think Braden's I saw Lane do it a couple years ago, and then I don't know. I think maybe Braden's watched him do it and got in the habit of doing it, and now I see Nolan and Charlie do it a little bit too. So it's just something I don't know if it helps them. I know that Braden last year actually tripped and shoved Isaiah down a couple times, or maybe it was Mason Cobb. A little too hard with the shove and foot in the way, but it is funny. I still see that on film, and it doesn't seem to bother the backs any, so we don't.
So that's not anything you planned. It just
no. But that's Braden doing that on his own.
Okay. Well, in the second half, we saw Nolan Bruffett. We saw Charlie Pfizer out there for a short time, but then they came out. Where did the defense just have their rhythm just down, or did they were they just not ready for that type of scenario just yet?
Well, we looked hard at our defense, and we know we've got to get better in all areas. And we looked at our defense and saw, when have we been successful and when have we been unsuccessful? We're more successful when we blitz a lot, bring a lot of pressure, whether it's a run or a pass, and have more people at the line of scrimmage and don't play safe. And we decided to attack and be more aggressive this week. And you can either stop them at the point of attack, or if guys like them get loose, it's tough to tackle in the open field. So we decided to do that route, and I thought our coordinators called a great game, and I thought our players bought into what we were doing and attacked and had the gang mentality. We've been looking and seeing not a lot of assisted tackles, a lot of one-on-one stuff, and I think that's one of the hardest things to do in football. So we didn't want that. We wanted to get 3 and 4 guys there at the same time and make it easier to tackle guys and not let them get loose after that first one. And they did that, and really it shut Maumelle down early. So and then our guys got a lot of confidence, and the first half went just like we'd wanted it to.
Well, and as opposed to the week before, there's really nothing to say about the officiating crew this time. It looked to me.
Hi, I'm Matt Walsh, and you're watching PA Live.
What's Brewin' is presented by Crown Trophy of Little Rock, nationally known, locally owned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to What's Brewing. I'm Joshua Carroll, joined by Coach Kevin Kelly. We've wrapped up this past week with a game that actually went a little bit easier than I thought it would be. It was a pretty good game, I thought.
Yeah, us coming in 3-2 at the time, and they're 5-0, and they've got a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence, and some really, really talented players. And you need to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and they had the guys to do that. So I was really proud of our guys and the way they fought.
You know, like you said, they came in 5-0, and so it was because of that we kind of expected that they were, like you had mentioned last week, that they were coming in maybe seeing PA as a little bit vulnerable and looking to capitalize on that and continue that, keep that undefeated season going, but they weren't able to, obviously. Big rushing job done by Joe Hyman. He's been really tearing it up all year this year, but you really have to kind of give it up to him. I was interesting looking at the stat sheet this morning that the second in rushing was Braden Bratcher.
Right.
And so those two together, they seem to be having a good rhythm together.
Yeah, and Braden gets a lot of his when the play breaks down in a passing game, and guys have dropped into coverage and those kinds of things, and he's really, really good in the open field and is able to make teams pay for that. And then Joe's done a really nice job in the running area, the rushing department, but he's done a nice job in the passing area too. And when we couldn't get him loose inside, we've thrown the ball outside, and he's done a better job. That's the one thing I had a question mark when he came in, was whether he could catch the ball very well or not. He really worked on that. He's the kind of kid that works hard. And then I really think Isaiah Woods did a good job last week too. Joe's a guy that's going to elude you. And Isaiah, when they get used to being on their heels a little bit and give the ball to him, I thought he did a nice job of running hard and running through people. So with Braden and Joe and Isaiah all playing well, we're really tough to stop on offense.
Well, and you say run over people. That's exactly what Woods does. I would not want to see him barreling at me. And, it's interesting to see. I don't know of many other teams that you actually see give a good push in the back to after the handoff. Is that common and I just miss it?
I don't think that's common. I think I saw Lane do it a couple years ago, and then I don't know. I think maybe Braden's watched him do it and got in the habit of doing it, and now I see Nolan and Charlie do it a little bit too. So it's just something I don't know if it helps them. I know that Braden last year actually tripped and shoved Isaiah down a couple times, or maybe it was Mason Cobb. A little too hard with the shove and foot in the way, but it is funny. I still see that on film, and it doesn't seem to bother the backs any, so we don't.
So that's not anything that you planned. It just
no. But that's Braden doing that on his own.
Okay. Well, in the second half, we saw Nolan Bruffett. We saw Charlie Pfizer out there for a short time, but then they came out. Where did the defense just have their rhythm just down, or did they were they just not ready for that type of?
This week, we got to a couple weeks ago, we got to put in a couple seniors to let them have their play. Wilson Miller and J.P. Cady both got touchdowns, and they're both defensive linemen. So hopefully this week, throughout the rest of the year, we'll have a couple plays here and there where seniors that don't normally touch the ball get to touch the ball. So that'll be something to look forward to too. And then Friday night's also Pink Out. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our guys will be wearing pink uniforms. I know Palm and Shear has something scheduled too, and we'll be trying to raise some money for breast cancer awareness.
And I saw a couple of the officials last week were wearing pink socks, and they were using the pink penalty flags. So it's good to get that awareness out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Always exciting to see the Bruins run out there in pink.
Yeah, and and what I'll take one day this week after practice and talk to the guys about how it affects people. And what I mean is I was reading a stat the other day that everybody knows somebody that's been affected
Right.
by breast cancer. And so with it being that prevalent, it's all fun to wear the pink, and I like the way they've brought that in and stuff. I don't want us to forget what it's for.
Right.
And that, somewhere in your life it'll affect somebody and we need to do all we can to prevent and treat.
Well, Coach, that's all I've got for this week. So make sure to come out this week and support the Bruins. Wear your pink if you have it. If you don't, visit the Den right here on campus. They can hook you up. In the meantime, come out and support the Bruins. If you can't be there, join us live at pabruins.tv. We'll have all the action. Of course, Pete Biagioni will be filling in as a guest commentator as I'll be out this week. But make sure to listen in. And if you're able to come
Now,
to the
are you
game,
going to be watching on the other side of the world?
you know I will.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be 7 a.m. on Saturday where I am. And but I'll be watching every minute of
That's
the game.
almost directly on the other side of the world.
It is.
Yeah,
It's 12-hour difference.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. But make sure to give them your thoughts on the game through our text line and really support those guys. And I'll be there watching along with you this time. So it'll be fun for me.
Yeah,
to
very
take the
neat.
week off.
That's awesome.
Actually sit back and enjoy a game.
Yeah, have a good week and enjoy it.
Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us on What's Brewing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Coach. We'll see you next week. I'm Josh Carroll. This has been What's Brewing.
Yeah, there we go. Good evening and welcome to Joe B. Hatcher Stadium here in West Little Rock for the perceptive lot out there. May have noticed that I am not, in fact, Mr. Josh Carroll. That's right. We have successfully overthrown Josh, taken over the booth. And, he is actually on the other side of the world right now doing real-life things, real-world things. So I am taking over for him tonight. I am joined by Mr. Pete Biagioni.
Thank you, Holt. Good to be here this evening.
And, as always, Mr. Brooks Beasley.
Thank you, sir.
So we were going over what we were going to talk about tonight. We came up with a lot of things to discuss before the game. Oh, and let me take a step back. This is the Applied Research Center of Arkansas pregame show. Thank you, them. We'll tell you a little bit more about them in a minute. But what topic do we want to cover first?
Well, there's so many. I'll tell you, this Beebe team coming in here this evening is 1-5. Playing us at 4-2. You would think it would be an easy game for us tonight, but I'll tell you what, Beebe's got some great players. I was watching some film, and I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Chris Gunner from Beebe, and they're not the running team they used to be. They're very balanced, pass and run. So we're going to see some plays going up and down the field tonight. So excited about seeing how these two teams shake out against each other tonight.
Now, when I was looking at the stats, there were two different quarterbacks that were splitting time. I believe I saw it was Gannon Roberts and Cade Longing. Did Coach Gunner mention anything about that? Should we expect to see that?
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting story between the senior quarterback, Cade Longing. He was out for a year and a half. He had a broken back.
Okay.
And Coach had gone out to recruit him to come back to the team. He's a real natural leader, a great role model in the school and the community. He's a real fine young man. But the yin to his yang is the sophomore quarterback, number 15, Gannon Roberts. Yes, he's got less experience as a sophomore, but Gannon's got a great arm. Both of them have got some speed, so you can see them running as well. But Gannon Coach really described him as a really good kid. He said he's the type of kid that you'd want your daughter to date. So as a dad of a daughter, I was like, oh, I want to meet this kid. But anyway, both QBs are tremendously supportive of each other. He doesn't have controversy. They're very good playing together. So I think PA is going to have its work cut out for him tonight.
All right. Well. Brooks, what are your thoughts? You got anything to throw in there?
I watched them in pregame right there, and I was really impressed with their offensive line. They got some pretty good sized guys, and it seemed like, of course, the dead tee is I think there's only a couple of teams in the state doing that now, but I know in the past that's what Beebe is done, and seemed like they had the personnel to continue with that. But this coach that they have now, he's decided to change over and give a little excitement to the ball game. I hate watching dead T games, I tell you.
Yeah, well, he is bringing a lot of excitement. The crowds at Beebe are excited about what he's been bringing. And you're right about that offensive line. They've got one player, number 77. I love his name. It's Maverick Payne. I mean, what a football name is that? It's going to be better if the first name was Maximus, and you go Max Payne, you know. So maybe they have
it
another
makes me think of Top Gun.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah. And I got to warn you. That's one thing that you will hear a number of tonight is 80s and 90s references. I hope you came armed.
Yeah, well, I'll probably go into the 70s, too. I'm older than you.
Oh,
Hope,
wow.
So.
Well, it is a beautiful night here at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. So let's shift gears to the PA side of the ball. They actually kind of made sort of national news this week. And for those of you that caught the What's Brewing live either – earlier just before the game or previously in the week, Coach Kelly kind of touched on that, but I've just been real fascinated, try to follow it as best I could. And for those of you that don't know, the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers of college football said that one of the options he's considering, obviously a little tongue-in-cheek, was to start using the PA style of never punting, onside kicking, all the good stuff. And it just kind of took off from there. And, Coach Kelly's showed up a number of times in national media stuff. And actually our very own Josh Carroll apparently did an interview with some local media in Tennessee. And so, obviously it's not going to affect the game tonight. But it's always fascinating to see how people respond, because it seems like it pops up in the news cycle every few years. Oh, hey, this team in Arkansas.
Yep, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. It was interesting because he sort of said there was a team from Arkansas that played one of our high school teams here, and I might do that. They're playing Alabama this weekend, so I think he's saying
that's what it was.
He's going to pull out all stops, but yeah, he didn't look like he was going to enjoy the weekend, but that would be great to see how this kind of orientation towards football could translate into the college ranks.
Just do it and be legends, Coach Brew.
Exactly. Be a first, Go on out there. Be a first.
So as far as tonight goes, we noticed a number of players that were in khakis, I guess, if you will. They were
sure.
Who all was on that list?
Well, so out tonight is Andrew Cobb with a shoulder injury, and then Harrison Lane last weekend, he's on concussion protocol, so he's out. Mason Schick has been out for the last several games. He's had knee surgery. But the good news is we got a couple of players back tonight with Merritt Jones and Braden Cash. Braden Cash has blazing speed, and we're really glad to have him out there to stretch the defense.
Absolutely.
I think these corners are going to have their hands full from Beebe tonight, and I saw some film on the corners, and I think we're going to be putting a lot of yards downfield tonight. So it's really good to have Merritt on the field along with Braden and all the other receivers. So it'll be a real fast track tonight, I do believe.
Yeah, I mean, as always, you kind of expect that. Last week I'd kind of noted well, first of all, Mason Cobb. I want to talk about Mason Cobb.
Okay.
He's quietly had a pretty good season so far. Has. Kind of a little bit under the radar up until last week. And I never did go back and check the official stats, but I think, Brooks, you had him at 7 catches for 150, 160 yards.
Something like that.
So, actually, I think we're going to go ahead and take a break here as we are all standing for the invocation and the national anthem in a minute. Welcome back into Joe B. Hatcher Stadium here in Little Rock, Arkansas, as the Pulaski Academy Bruins are hosting the Beebe Badgers. We got about 5 minutes until we kick this one off. Before we went to break, we were discussing Mason Cobb. I was, Brooks, your stats look like they were pretty much spot on. The official stats are showing 7 catches for 150 yards.
I think that's right. I saw in the paper today, he's got for the year so far, he's number 9 in the state. Has 39 receptions for 630 yards and 6 TDs. And then not too far behind, but at number 20 is Joe Hyman. He's got 25 receptions for 512 yards and 2 touchdowns. So we're in the category. Each last year we had about 3 or 4 guys in the category, and so but this year we've only got 2 so far.
Well, they definitely spread the love, if you will. And, well, of those 6 touchdowns that you said Mason had, 3 of them actually came last week.
Right. Sure did.
Especially including one clutch catch near the I think it was end of the third quarter, maybe fourth quarter. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it reminded me of refresh my memory. It was New York Giants receiver who caught the ball.
On his helmet.
Yeah.
I
cannot remember his name. Anyways, in the Super Bowl, it reminded me of that. So, it was good to see him have a bit of a breakout game and get a little more recognition. I keep remarking about how much bigger he's gotten. It's like the bigger he gets,
I'll tell you what, Mason, he was playing baseball with my son when he was a freshman. That kid is just a baller. I don't care what you have to do with the ball, he will do well with it. And he is a great kid, but he really plays hard. That's what I love about him when he's running or when he's catching a pass after he catches. It's phenomenal. So Mason is one of the great players on this team. And I got to tell you what, if I was a coach looking at a player to get on my team in college, he would be on a short list. He should be at the top of a lot of teams' list right now. That kid is just a baller.
He's got the size. I think 6'2", 210.
Yeah.
But, as we see the Bruins come hustling along the sideline there, you got to love the banner they have out there. Pretty much no reference to football. It's all about the team fight here, as we see the Bruins wearing the pink tops with the gold bottoms, the navy numbers with the white outline and the gold helmets. Definitely going to be easy to tell who's making catches, whatnot tonight. So Beebe
will be receiving. And we'll be defending the east side. That's how we're going to start this game off with the pink out. We've got a lot of folks out wearing pink showing out tonight, the players included. So you're right. The sign is big and pink. One team fight cure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Beebe showed up with a pretty good crowd across the way. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I believe that is Slade Kentner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slade is the acting coach for tonight. He's a second grader at PA. And
does he have a coaching chart?
He has a coaching chart. Hit the play. Listen, he and his father designed a play that will actually be run during the game tonight. It's one of the things that PA does to get the younger players or younger classmates involved in the program.
Nice.
But it also raises money for the needs that we have here at PA.
Nice.
So really glad to have him out here. It's going to be fun. He's going to be on the sideline.
How does he get a coaching? We don't even get one of those up here in the booth. Like, how does he get one of those charts? I mean, I'm fascinated by this thing. Now it has little different color graphed areas and.
Yeah, my guess is he probably asked for one. You know how it is. If you never ask, the answer is always no.
Right.
But Coach would, I'm sure, be happy to give him one.
So let's see here. We have back to receive is number 5 for the Beebe Badgers. That's Jaden Cargall. Make sure did we get any correction on? Yep, looks like we pronouncing that right. And the Bruins send out. Of course, Clay James is out there pretty much every time. At this point, it's Clay James, and then either Von Seelig or Savannah Goodwin going to be right next to him just to see if they can throw off the.
Yep, it's going to be Savannah kicking off. Looked like she's going to do a helicopter kick.
We think.
Yep, you never know. You're right about that. But back is number 5, Zach Edmondson.
Is that?
Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's a
the kick.
helicopter.
Number 42 falls on it for the Badgers. That is Seth Howard. And they will start off with the ball right at midfield. You know, one thing that I've noticed teams have gotten wise to is if they feel like they can get at that ball right before the 10, past that 10-yard mark, they'll go ahead and get out there and get it rather than let it take that extra bounce or risk, taking a shot from the Bruins.
Well, I think what's important is that it forces teams to prepare for an onside kick. So they have to take their week out of their offensive plays to prepare for onside kicks. So I think that's an advantage to us.
Didn't even think about that. So out there is Cade Longing, number 3. He's got number 2 to his left, Chase Jernigan. Actually, he is on the move down the far right side. Longing takes a snap. He passes to number 1 on the right, Mikey Russell, who is stopped after picking up about 3 or 4 yards on the right side.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Mikey Russell tonight. He's a great player. He didn't play for 2 years, and Coach Gunner got him to come back and play this year. So really good to see him back in a BB uniform.
One of the benefits, I guess, of being a first-year coach is you can kind of get a little more fire and previously dormant.
Yeah. The other thing about Coach Gunner was he played at BB High School.
That's always good to see alma mater come back there. As Longing, he hands off to number 2, Jernigan, who picks up another 3 or 4 yards again.
Yep, right up the middle.
Mr. Fuda Shinkawa on the tackle there for the Bruins.
So the Badgers are hurrying it up. Longing is running around the right side. He's got a lot of room, but there's a flag on the play as he is run out of bounds right at the Bruin 20-yard line.
That's going to be a hold.
Yeah, it looks like that was he was able to turn that corner with a little help from his friends. The referees said no, can't help him that way. So they're marching backwards, and probably got to be a little frustrating for the Badgers, who were off to a good start up until that point. They picked up that first down and then some, but so they are marching backwards, and we'll see where that number 3 marker stops. It's like the Badgers are looking at a 3rd and about 6 or 7 from the Bruins 46-yard.
Yep.
So Longing has quads to the left. It's interesting formation. Then he's got number 42 in front of him. That's Seth Howard. There's a snap. Longing fakes the pass to the left. There's a flag on the play as he stumbles forward, picks up just shy of the first down.
It's going to be an illegal formation. They did not have enough players on the line.
Yeah, they had 3 guys back on that quads, and then they had 42 in Longing also behind the line of scrimmage. So Badgers shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, but we'll see if the Bruins accept the penalty or not. Yep. They do accept the penalty, so instead of
bringing in Charlie Pfizer into the backfield, replacing Dylan Allison.
Interesting.
That is an interesting move.
So now instead of 4th and short, the Badgers are looking at 3rd and 11 from 49-yard line in Badger territory. Still trying to wrap my head around the Pfizer coming in there.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. They must have seen something that they wanted to be able to have Charlie in there.
Well, now Harrison Lane
is out.
Yeah, so they might
But Harrison plays linebacker, and Charlie plays safety. Or he's playing safety at this point.
There's Longing the snap. He's looking to the left. He throws it behind number 17. That is Logan Stevens was the intended target, but Longing was rushed a little bit on that pass. He definitely had Stevens open, but just couldn't make the connection. So the Badgers are looking at 4th and 11 to go.
14 is their punter, Steven Hemmer, and he's not in. So it looks like they're going to be going on 4th down.
Interesting. Give them a taste of their own medicine as number 35 for the Badgers comes on, replacing number 19. That is Chris Benton out there.
Another tight end.
Cade Longing is still out there, as you pointed out, with Jernigan to his left. There's a snap. He's looking downfield. He passes it, but it's intercepted by number 7. That's
Chris Connell.
Chris Connolly, and he just read the quarterback's eyes right there, and it went right in the breadbasket. Unfortunately, it was not the breadbasket.
It is awesome. Chris Connell, man, I'm just so happy for him to have an interception this early in this game. He plays so hard. He is the heart in the middle of the linebacker of the Bruins. So for him to get an interception this early, it's just awesome. He was under pressure,
Yeah.
The quarterback was under pressure, and there was just not an open receiver. He had to throw it.
Well, and y'all mentioned earlier that he's a bit of a runner, and the Bruins were clearly looking to contain him as much as they could tonight. So Bratcher's in the shotgun. He's got, he is rolling out to his right. There's the pass to number 1, Mason Cobb, and that is good for a first down as he is taken down right at the Badger 34-yard line.
There's our baller. Hurry up offense.
Yep. Now Bratcher's in the shotgun. He's got
Joe Hyman.
And Mary Jones on either side of him. There's a snap, fakes the handoff to Hyman.
Mary
passes
Jones.
it to Jones
There it
on
is.
the right.
Oh.
And he is run out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Chains are not quite moving fully, just shy of a first down. So Bruins looking at second down in inches. I'm not sure what the chains are doing, but yeah, second down in inches.
Second down inches.
All right. So Bratcher's got an empty backfield.
Quads left.
There's a snap. He's looking deep.
Throwing it over the center.
That is
Great
Cooper
catch.
White.
That is Cooper.
That is good for a touchdown, Bruins.
Right over the center. He got hit right at the goal line. Great holding on to the ball, Cooper.
Yeah, Bratcher led him perfectly right there. So the Bruins on the board pretty early in this game of having gotten the interception.
I got to tell you what, that's the same play Cooper caught in the Louisiana game when we were down there playing Louisiana, and he got almost knocked out on that same play. He got hit so hard.
So this is interesting. The Bruins actually have Clay James out to kick. They fake the kick. They pass it to
Mason Cobb.
Mason Cobb overthrew him quite a bit. Good sportsmanship there by number 11 for the Badgers. Brooks Nail pulled Clay James up, gave him a pat on the head, said, that's why you're not playing quarterback.
Yeah, better luck next time. Well, and that's the thing about tonight. We should see some senior plays and hold on. I'm sure you've seen some of those before.
Oh, yeah.
He coaches the people on the line are always working hard, and he wants to reward them. They never get a chance to throw the ball, catch the ball, so he'll take his offensive linemen and have a senior play designed for them to try and get some yards, hopefully score, but it's something, it's a tradition here at PA, and we want all that hard work to pay off.
I think my favorite from last year, was Chase McCarver.
Oh, my gosh, that was awesome.
I think they scored a touchdown on that. And then this year, it was a defensive player, and he just steamrolled a guy into the end zone. I can't remember who it was. That was a 3-play, 48-yard drive by the Bruins that was capped off by a 24-yard touchdown pass from Braden Bratcher to Cooper White. Took 23 seconds off the clock. Thank you, Brooks.
You're welcome.
So now we have Von Seelig out there with Clay James. Got the ball on its side. There's the kick. Kicks it to the left, and number 19 falls on it. It didn't look like he had it fully secure, but he looked like he was on top of it enough. They're going to give it to him. That was Blake Jones for the Badgers. Recovered that. So the Badgers are starting at the 48-yard line, right at the 48-yard line, Bruin territory. That's one thing that's kind of, it took me a while to get used to last year was, the Bruins would put up a lot of stats compared to the other teams, but the other teams would also start with the ball at midfield. So even if they're scoring a touchdown, they're only going 40, 50 yards, whereas the Bruins are, going to be going 70, 80 yards. So kind of doubles up. Okay, so now we have Gannon out there. That is, he is rolling around to his right. He has a man deep, but it is well defended by number
that was
20.
to Mikey Russell, and it's Gannon Roberts. This is the sophomore quarterback. He'll probably be in for the next 2 series. Usually they start with their senior quarterback, and then Gannon comes in for 2 series, and he immediately threw a long pass to Mikey Russell. And I'm telling you, Mikey Russell is a player, and there's no doubt why they threw it down that way. Well, we were lucky for him not to catch it. It was in the vicinity.
That was Leighton Smith on the defense. He certainly did a good job of keeping up with them. So Roberts is back in the shotgun. He's got number 12 to his left. That is Hayden. Oh, and the pass is tipped by number 7, Connell. Again.
Man, almost got his hands on another pick.
2.
Oh, man. Loving to see Chris Connell playing like that. He's got a good eye for the ball tonight. That was a pass that was just a little delayed, and Chris, I think, was looking into the quarterback's eyes and knew where he was going to be throwing it. So he played the ball in an excellent play.
Well done. So we do have the fan feedback line tonight, even though Josh is not here. It's 501-570-6464. So Roberts is in the shotgun. Got a little bit of motion on the line.
That's offsides on PA.
Was it?
Yep, they got in the neutral zone.
I saw someone jump. Just wasn't sure if there
52.
was actually.
It was 52.
So it's 3rd down and 5.
That's Wilson. Wilson Miller.
Wilson Miller is.
Yep. It's all right.
So 3rd and 5, and looks like they're sending Cade Longing back out there as Roberts runs off to the sideline. Hayden Howard is in there to his right. They're looking in the sideline for the play right now. 9 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Longing for the snap. And there's the snap, and he is stopped after picking up about 2 yards running up the middle. It was a quarterback keeper. That was Fuda Shinkawa and Harrison Lane combined on the stop. Did I see that? No, wait.
It wasn't
Harrison Lane's on.
Yeah.
Who is number 41 tonight then?
I don't think it was 41, was it?
But 41 is out there. Am I seeing things?
No, that's. Well, anyway, we'll look
see
at
if
it.
we get some clarification on that. Am I seeing a ghost here, people?
Yeah,
I know it's near Halloween.
I know Harrison wasn't wearing his jersey. He was wearing 76 earlier today, so
Okay.
maybe somebody's wearing his jersey in his stead.
So there's a snap. The
Whistles.
Badgers are going for it on 4th down. And
There were whistles, plays called dead.
3.
Yeah, that's 41.
That is
Sure.
40. Okay, I'm not imagining things. Thank you,
Well,
Brooks.
it's not Harrison Lane, though, so I don't know who's out there playing in his place.
So the
My guess is I bet it's Joseph Osment.
okay.
He's 44 typically, but he's playing his buddy's jersey tonight. Well, that's a heck of a tribute to his good friend.
Well, the Bruins just gave up a free 1st down. There's a snap.
Here's long.
Roberts looks over in the middle.
Intercepted.
Connell
Chris
intercepted it again.
That's my
and
buddy.
He is
Go,
off to
buddy.
the races.
Go, buddy.
He's getting a little help downfield.
Get a block. Get a block on the quarterback. Uh-oh. That was a block in the back.
Well, that's going backwards. Unfortunately, Dylan Allison held him back at the end.
Yeah.
42-yard line. That was a touchdown, but it's not going to count. At least it's not as
The
far
pick is going to count. We'll probably end up getting the ball back around the 40 with 10-yard penalty, 50-yard line.
Yep.
Good call by the official, actually.
Yeah,
that was that was too bad. That was unfortunate for Mr. Connell to not get his pick 6 there.
Well, and that was a good job of Dylan Allison to turn around and try to pick up the block from.
Yeah, it's hard out there, guys. I tell you, people, players run. They're running at you, and then they turn their back, and next thing you know, you're pushing them in the back, and that's just an unfortunate thing. But good for Chris on his 2nd pick, and we're at 8:34 in the first quarter. If he goes at this rate, he's going to have about 24 interceptions. So we hope that for Chris.
Yeah. So as Bratcher hustles out there to lead the troops, Bruins are starting the ball at the 48-yard line, Badger territory. Bratcher's out there. He's got Joe Hyman behind him. He's got everyone's bunched up.
Yeah.
The give is to Hyman. He's
There,
up the middle and
go,
then
Joe.
some. He's at the 40. He's at the 30.
Get a block.
He's at the 20. Cuts to the right to the 10.
Touchdown.
At the 5. Touchdown, Bruins.
That is just awesome speed.
I mean, we see why the coaches were so high on him to start the year. And
He is. I mean, he's a sophomore. I mean, we're going to see a lot more of Joe Hyman, and I've been fortunate to watch him in junior high and all the way up. He's just a great player.
yeah.
I think he is a kid that when you look at players, you see D1 players, and this young man is a D1 player. There's
Absolutely.
no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. So Buffett's out to receive the snap. Clay James out there to kick, and they get the Badgers to
Draw
jump
him
off
offsides.
sides.
Yep, that's a very common practice for PA.
Yep. So Clay James looks, says, "Are we doing this again?" Coach says, "Yep. Go ahead." So we wait for the teams to get set up again as the Bruins leading this game 12-0. 8 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first quarter.
There's something that most people don't realize about long snappers are sort of a different breed. Well, this is going against PA.
Interesting. So Clay James looks back at the coach, says, "You sure want to do this?"
Yeah, well, we'll go ahead and kick it again. But
Who is that long second?
It's Thomas Vaughn, who's our normal
right.
center, and it's rare that you see them doing both. So
Oh.
that's a real shout out to Thomas.
There's a snap. The kick is up, and it is
Drilled.
good.
Right down the middle. Excellent click. Excellent kick by Clay.
Yep. So now the Bruins hustle off the sidelines. Well, while we wait for him to get set up, let's go ahead and I forgot to tell you a little bit more about the Applied Research Center of Arkansas. When you visit the Applied Research Center of Arkansas, you will receive the highest quality diagnosis and treatment. Their skilled staff and doctors specialize in treating acute illnesses that set in rapidly or are severe in nature. You can get accurate and prompt lab work done on site to ensure that you get the most appropriate treatment. You and your family can get professional medical attention at highly affordable rates without having to wait for an appointment. Their advanced nurse practitioners can care for a variety of illnesses, as well as provide school or work physicals, TB skin testing, and flu vaccines. Be sure to visit their website for a full list of clinical trials that they have ongoing. Visit the Applied Research Center of Arkansas online at arcarkansas.com. There's the kick, and it takes a high bounce.
It's
and
recovered by number 2.
Chase Jernigan, who fell on top of it. Once again, they figured out, they jump forward. They can, get control of the ball right at before the 10-yard line, 10-yard requirement.
You can tell they've been coached well on the onside kick.
Brooks,
The last.
did it take him 21 seconds?
Yeah, it took him 21 seconds. Believe
One
it or
play,
not.
52-yard drive, 52-yard touchdown run by Joe Hyman. Took 21 seconds off the clock. I think there might have been someone falling asleep at the wheel on that. I know he can run a 40 at. Under what, 4.5,
Well,
4.6.
Well, it took them 20 seconds to start the play.
Yeah, start the clock. That's what happened exactly.
Okay, there's the snap.
There you go.
Longing fakes the give.
No, it's Cade's back in there. Or Cade Longing's in.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, Longing. And his
Picked up
first
just-
few passes were really bad. I think the coach yanked him for a little while, and then he's got him running.
Yeah.
So get him, hit a few times and be able to feel the game going because he was nervous out there.
Yeah.
It's hard to do on a sophomore bringing him into a field like this. This is an intimidating place to play for other players. I hear it all the time.
Absolutely. You talk about Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got out there, got a few chances, and just unfortunately he zeroed in on for him Chris Connell.
Yeah. Well, Chris was reading his eyes. He did a great job.
So Longing's in the shotgun. He's got Jernigan to his left, 2 receivers to the right. There's a snap, gives it to Jernigan. Jernigan runs up the middle, picks up about 5 yards. Looks like they're going to get maybe 4 or 5. Yep, 4 yards.
Get 4 yards out of that, 3rd and 5.
So the Badgers are looking at 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line of Bruin territory now.
So they got Maverick playing left tackle instead of right guard, number 77, and they're going a whole lot more on the left side. So what they're doing is they're staying away from Richard Griffith, one of our bigger players.
Yeah.
So smart lining up on their part.
Yeah. Well, there's Longing in the shotgun. He's got an interesting formation here. Takes the snap, and he is brought down. Tries to run a couple yards, but he is brought down. Looks like that was Fuda Shinkawa,
Yep.
and that was I had 56.
It was Wilson Miller. It was 52 and 32. So, yep.
Okay, so the Badgers are going for it on 4th down, 4th and 4. Longing looking to the sideline for the play. Looks like he's got it. He's got Jernigan to his left. Bruins just itching to get in there, but we have a flag on the play before the play could start. False start. Marching backwards, so the Badgers going to be looking at 4th down and 9 now as Charlie Pfizer runs on in place of Dylan Allison.
Yeah, Holt, there's 2 players that we've had come on, 2 jerseys, 41 and 56, and they look younger. They might be some freshmen that they're moving up to the game.
56 is J.P.
Oh,
Cady.
yeah, that's right. He changed his jersey, so that's who 56 is.
We should
And
penalize
then
him for that.
41 is not Joseph Osment, because I saw Joseph Osment on the kickoff in 44.
Yeah.
And I know JoJo well, and that is not him.
Okay, so now they're looking at 4th down and 9. And here's the snap. He's looking. Oh, he gets flushed out of the pocket. Unfortunately, there's no Connell's there to
Well, they
greet
got
him,
him.
and he
They
is
got him.
run out of
Sprout.
bounds.
Don't hit him out of bounds.
Well shy of the first down, as you said. Thankfully, no one hit him too late.
Yep.
At least if they did, they didn't get caught for it. So the Bruins will take over on downs at the 44-yard line.
And that was Chris Connell that corralled him,
Yep.
just sort of stood his ground and made him run to the inside where there was a lot of help.
Yeah, and that was still don't know who the masked man in 41 is that flushed him out of the pocket, but that was who flushed him out of the pocket.
Well, we'll give Harrison Lane credit for it then. Why don't we do that since he's injured?
So Bratcher's in the shotgun, and he's got Azarius Woods to his left. There's the snap. He's looking
Long
deep.
throw. He's
got,
open.
Oh, Jaden Kelly just overthrew him just by a yard. Kelly was going to take it to the house if he got his fingers on it.
And, that's surprising. I saw him before the game. He was throwing them just perfectly. And he overthrew that
Well,
one.
it's a little different game speed.
Yeah.
and Jaden was behind the defense. He was
Yeah.
3 yards behind the defense. That was going to be
I
a
think
touchdown.
that was Bratcher just got a little anxious. He
he
was
saw
like,
it.
no way
Yeah.
he can be that. Yeah, okay, he is. So Bratcher's in the shotgun. He's in motion. Woods takes a snap, pitches it back to Bratcher, who's wrapped up. But he's still got, Jaden Kelly. Unfortunately, Kelly was out of bounds when he came up with that ball. Bratcher was under a lot of pressure. That trick play did not trick anyone on the Badger sidelines.
Beebe played that very well.
Yeah.
And they know our offense from a standpoint of misdirection and pitching the ball whenever Brayton goes outside, somebody better keep an eye on him.
Yeah. So Bratcher's alone in the backfield. Takes a snap. 3rd and 10. He's rolling. He has Cooper White over the middle again. He's good for the first down. He's going to be brought down right at the 34-yard line of
Yeah, Cooper danced right out of his shoe.
Bruins territory.
They yanked his shoe right off of him, and he's trying to get it back on. He wants to stay in the game. Has a great catch and run by Cooper.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Cooper. Every time he catches the ball, he wants to score a touchdown.
That seems like it's a habit amongst Bruin players. So Woods is calling for the snap, fakes the handoff to Bratcher.
Run hard. Run
Rumbles
harder.
Up the middle, and he's at the
Run
20,
harder. Go outside.
the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he is
That
in
is
the
a
end zone.
touchdown.
Bruins. Azarius Woods, I think, might have scared a few people on the way to the end zone there because no one wanted to get too close to him.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's when you see him rumbling, stumbling down the field full speed, you don't want to get into him. I remember having to make tackles like that. I got knocked out once getting a knee in the head playing football with a big boy like that. Yeah, I get it. But congratulations to Isarius. That was a great run.
Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, we'll wait for the extra point. The kick is up. It is good, and the Bruins lead 20-0. So we have a fan feedback text. Oh, hi, Pete.
Oh.
Roger and Jenny Cole watching as we make our way to the hill for tomorrow's game.
Love Roger and Jenny. Crown Trophy. That's just
Oh,
awesome. Awesome.
And then Josh pointed out that it's not a surprise that Joe Hyman led the team in rushing last week after we saw him have that big breakaway earlier.
Yeah.
Brooksy, did they run too many plays for you?
No, I had to think. I did write something down a while ago, and so I had to kind of think about it.
That's
just a
got to
minute.
be hard to do stats for the Bruins. I don't know if you got a machine that can add that fast.
I
you know?
wish I had a machine I could just type this
we
stuff in.
we got computers that can do a lot of a lot of math quickly, but I don't know if they can do it that quickly.
You might be right.
Oh man.
Oh, this game is presented tonight by Arkansas Family Dental. Arkansas Family Dental provides gentle sedation industry and offers a wide variety of services, including orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, Botox, derma fillers, and will soon be offering sleep apnea treatment. Come see us today. We treat our patients like family. ArkansasFamilyDental.com. So Von Selig's up there, and it looks like he is going to kick. He gives it a hard boot right in the hands of Jernigan, who falls down on it. And the Badgers are going to take over at the 46-yard line in Bruin territory. Do you want to tell us about it?
Oh, sure. The last drive was 4 plays, 56 yards, a 34-yard touchdown run by Azarius Woods, a 42-second drive there. So
that's pretty awesome to see from Azarius.
Oh, my gosh. He works hard.
Guys, all touchdowns tonight have been scored within less than a minute. We got a 23, a 21, and a 42.
Wow.
seconds.
And we've had 2 interceptions.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so 5 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter.
Okay, this is a tight offensive line. They got to start running here.
Yep. And there's the handoff
Good
to.
read. Was that Fuda that got back there?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Fuda and Matthew Hug.
That was Hayden Howard, who was brought down at the 40 8-yard line of still in Bruin territory.
In BB territory, yeah.
Or BB territory, you're right. The Badgers, Bruins.
Yeah, I know.
Too
You
many
got a lot of B's. BB, Badger, Bruin, B
So-
of Joni. I mean, all sorts of B's going on.
Roberts is in the shotgun. He's got, pitches it to number 12, Hayden Howard, who's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag right at the line of scrimmage as well. We'll see what that's all about.
That'll be interesting.
A holding on the Badgers. Going to be marching backwards.
Huh.
So we'll see if the Bruins accept that penalty. As we see, it was the J.P. Cady hustles off. I'm still getting used to the fact that he is number 56 now.
Yeah, I know. That blew me away. And I hate doing that because I know his parents so well, and I should have been able to recognize.
Well, I
out
mean, it's
there.
a little different up here.
Yeah, but
box.
still, they provided that number 41. We're still trying to figure out. I'm just gonna call it Harrison
Yep.
Lane.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
So we
got trips to the left here.
Roberts in the shotgun. He's looking deep.
Got a blitz.
Over the middle. He
Yep.
finds number 17 for the Badgers, Logan Stevens. Picked up quite a few of those yards they just lost on that penalty, but
Yeah, that was a good call with a long second down to
Yep.
blitz. And
there's the hurry-up offense.
Yep.
Roberts takes the snap. He's running
running.
to the right, but he is wrapped up by a den of Bruins, I believe we called them.
Yep.
Picked up about 3 yards, 2 yards. So the Badgers are looking at 4th down and about 4 or 5. Looks like they're going to give it 5 yards. Scoreboard says 4. I'm not sure I believe that. So Longing's now back in the shotgun, looking to the sidelines for the play. He's got Howard to his right, one receiver to the left. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Howard. He's under pressure, overthrows it.
Yeah, threw a little high and behind.
And that is going to be a turnover on downs. Number 42 was the intended target, Seth Howard. He, a little frustrated. It was a high pass on, so not entirely a good reason to be frustrated. But Bruins, once again, forced a turnover. So we've had 2 interceptions, 2 turnovers on downs. And the Bruins starting off with the ball in their own territory, but right at midfield.
So while we're waiting for the play to start, a long time ago I wondered what a group of bears was called. It's called a sloth or a sleuth. Have you ever heard that before? I'm telling you. That's something that I know. You look it up. I'm telling you.
I believe you.
That's what you get with Pete on the mic. Crazy stuff.
There's Bratcher in the snap. He is scrambling.
That's
There's
holding.
a penalty. Dylan Allison's down the field at the 20, at the 10, taken down at the 6-yard line, but it's going to be marching backwards. Bratcher was able to get away from the pressure, but partially because there was a hold by someone on the offense. We're not sure who the culprit was.
Yeah, I think it's a tough call. It's going to be on 53.
There we go. We got That's My Nephew. Go JoJo, number 19. Auntie cheering from the sofa in West Little Rock, sick. Carla. You get better, Carla. You just keep enjoying your nephew.
Yeah, wasn't 53. Charlie Fisher was 55 Graham Shear, but man, I tell you what, that was a rough play to call holding on.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's 3 minutes left in the first quarter. It's about time to get a check-in from Fred McCauley, watching from Texarkana. Go Bruins. There's the snap. Bratcher's scrambling. And he's going to keep it. He's at the 40. He's
going to go.
Running to the left. He's at the 50.
He's going to go.
He's at the 40 in Badger territory, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bruins.
No penalty flags.
No penalty flags.
What great vision by Braden on that run.
Yeah, I mean, he hesitated a few seconds, make sure he shouldn't let someone else do the work, but he decided, I guess I'll run 50 yards.
and he did. That was incredible. Some good blocking.
Yeah.
And no blocking in the back. There was an opportunity for one of our players to hit somebody in the back, and he backed off wisely.
That probably one of the receivers. That's one thing
Yep.
that's always
It's
amazing
so hard
to
to
see.
do. So hard to not hit somebody.
Receivers just turn around as soon as they know they aren't getting the ball. There's the kick. It is blocked. It is a blocked kick by number. See if he'll turn around. Who is that? 53 for the Badgers. Evan Williams.
5'10", 256. He brought that load right through the line and blocked that kick. That was a heck of a deal. It was not a low kick either. I mean, he got through. So we got some type of hole in the line there we got to take care of on a go-forward basis.
So Bruins leading 26-0. 2 minutes 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
We're still in the first.
This is what Coach Gunter, I'm sure, did not want to see happen quick in the game. But he's all about it's a process. You know, there's a plan. We got to focus on the foundations of football. What's important is these kids keep playing hard and to the end of the game.
Yep.
So I'm sure Coach, as competitive as he is, going to keep having his players play rough and hard, and they sure look like it. They're ready.
Yeah. I mean, they're certainly not giving up.
You can see kids out there when their helmets start going down, and you know you've got them in a bad position. These kids are still got the bright lights in their eyes, and I'm glad to see that.
So, as we see, there's Savannah Goodwin, a little windmill, and it is recovered by helicopter kick, not windmill. Number 12, Hayden Howard for the Badgers.
I got to tell you what, these guys are doing good on the onside kicks. Beebe, I'm talking about. They're covering them very well.
Like I said, they figured out if they get out in front of that 10-yard mark, it's smarter.
Yeah.
So that last drive was a 2-play, 69-yard drive, finished off by a Braden Bratcher 69-yard run.
Well, I think the first play, what was that, a penalty?
Penalty, first play. So I don't know if you consider that part of the drive. I guess you would.
Well, you have to count it as a play because it goes in the books. But, yeah.
Oh, we got a timeout by the Badgers. The coaches are a little upset on the sidelines as Longing hustles on. See if they can figure out what's going on over there. So, I'm having a bit of a brain fart.
Uh-oh.
No,
that's
okay. So
Holt. We all have those.
Let's talk about the championships, the Bruin championships.
Oh my gosh, the tennis championships
Yes.
over the week. This is phenomenal.
Yep.
I'll tell you, it is so exciting for the boys team. It was an all PA doubles final and all PA singles final. That is just domination in a sport. And then on the women's side, we had PA doubles champion, and it was both sides were PA, and then we had a PA player playing for third and fourth place, and it went in third place, and in the championship as well, and got second. So we got second, third, and singles as well. We'll be going for the all-around overall state champion next week.
So the Longing waiting for the snap. He's got it. He is under pressure, and he overthrows his intended target. That was.
No, that's Clinton Wilson.
Clinton Wilson, thank you. I was about to say Richard Griffith. I couldn't tell if it was 29 or 27.
Yeah, that was Clinton, man.
You're going to notice Richard Griffith if he's.
Oh yeah. Well, I noticed Clinton too. I mean, Clinton can bring it. That boy is a great defensive player. He plays really hard. He is one of our defensive stalwarts out there.
Oh yeah. Well, and so let's see. We got Longing in the shotgun. There's a snap. Got a man in motion. Takes a snap.
It's a
it's
fumble.
Bobbled, and it is
Looks like they fell
on
on
the
it.
ground. The Bruins.
Oh,
are
they got
saying
it.
They got it.
They're standing up with it,
Yeah.
and guess who it is?
So,
Number 27,
Clinton
Clinton Wilson.
Wilson.
Like I said, that's one of our stalwarts.
wow.
He's bringing it all tonight. Look
Well-
at that. Great tackle, and then follow up with a fumble recovery.
I got a stat for you. With those 2 interceptions tonight, in the past 3 games, that's 9 interceptions that the Bruins have had. Yeah. Most of that work was Clay James and Trent Sawyer the first 2 games. And
Right.
of course now, tonight Chris Connell. But yeah, 9 interceptions in 3 games. That's some work being done on the defensive part.
Yeah, and a lot of people give us a hard time about people scoring points on us, but I tell you what, these defensive backs, the reason they have to score points on us is because we're scoring points, so they have to throw.
Yeah.
And our defensive backs are doing a great job.
So Bratcher's alone in the backfield, takes a snap. Badgers are blitzing. He is scrambling to his right. He has got
Merritt Jones.
And just Merritt Jones wasn't sure which shoulder to look over to catch that ball, and he knew it was coming to him, but
I think he sort of lost it in the lights a little bit.
yeah.
That was a long throw. I mean, that was a 40-yard throw.
And it was a throw on the run.
Throw on the run and in the air.
Yep.
I can see how you get high in the
Lob,
air.
yeah.
It's not one of Braden's. Braden could throw a bullet in there. That was not one of those.
No. He was trying to get it over the defender.
He was being chased. He was under pressure.
So Bruins are all bunched up in the middle. Bratcher takes a snap. He's rolling out to his right again. Passes it to Caleb. I'm sorry, that is Jaden Kelly, and he bobbles the catch. It's a little far out in front of him.
Well, Jaden turned his head a little quick there. I think he was ready to run,
yeah.
and the play was setting up so nicely.
It really was.
And with Jaden's speed, I tell you, he gets out there on the outside, has one or two blockers. He's going to do some damage to the other team.
We've seen some incredible catches by him this year.
Oh, my gosh.
So Bratcher's in the shotgun by himself again. Everybody bunched up. Looks like they're running the exact same
trips
play.
Trips left.
And he is free in the
he
middle.
Sees him open.
Oh, that's Caleb Nichols. He's down
He's
the
gone.
sidelines. He's
Oh,
at the
my
10,
gosh. He got
the
caught.
5, and he is tripped up just shy of the end zone. So the Bruins are actually in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Yep. It'll be 1st and goal. And Caleb, I didn't think could get caught out there. He caught that ball on the run, and I thought for sure he was going to get in there.
Yep. So
this is an area where we might see a senior play. Let's see what Coach does here.
Max Gorman's out there. Saw him hustle out there. Let's see what they do with this. Who's on the right side?
We got quads left.
Who's on the right side? Who's that in
Oh,
motion?
that's Vaughn. Thomas Vaughn.
He's
running.
There's the handoff.
Oh, my gosh. I would not want to tackle him.
The corner, and no one's near him.
Thomas.
Interestingly enough,
Okay,
as he runs into the end zone for a Bruins touchdown.
That was a good pickup on your part, Holt, seeing him far out to the right.
Well, I was trying to remember what I mean, Mason Cobb's big, but not that big.
Yeah, well.
I was trying to figure out what
Thomas
large
is
human
definitely
being we
one
have.
of our largest players, and he's like I said, he's our snapper, our center, and now he's our long snapper, and I guess now he's our running back.
Yeah,
so,
well, that was almost like a cork back.
I don't know what it was, but I saw him full speed to the end zone, and I think the whole BB team just looked to the left and said, "Go ahead, big boy."
Yeah, you just do your thing there, son. So as we saw, 6'5", 285-pound Thomas Vaughn just have his way with the end zone. It's Bruins are leading 33-0.
Yeah, and he's got his lineman buddies high-fiving him on the way over here. Dane Warburton giving him a high five, scoring on that run. That's phenomenal. That's a great teamwork there.
Yeah,
a lot of good camaraderie out there. Esprit de corps.
Yep. So as we wait for the stats from Brooks, like I said, we got a minute and 47 seconds left in this first quarter. As Bruins leading 33-0. The sun has set. And I want to go ahead and apologize to you because you are missing out on some good football weather out there.
I know.
Having to be in the booth.
Well, I'm happy to do it for Josh. Josh is a great friend, and I know. Listen, people think you're up here having a good time. It's work. I mean, this is a job. You got to pay attention, and you're not able to really sort of horse around and do whatever you want to. But the sideline is a great place to be. I'll tell you, there would be no other place I'd love to be on Friday nights. But being up here with you guys is a pleasure. And I'll tell you what, Brooks Beasley, another BB. We got BB, Brooks Beasley, Pete Biagiano. Too many B's everywhere.
Yeah, too many B's.
But it's great to be up here with you, Brooks.
Well, we're glad to have you up here tonight.
I appreciate it.
There's the kick. It's a deep one by Clay James. He puts it right at the
5-yard
line. It's number 5.
You all saw that at home. You might want to rewind that, take a look at that. I've never quite seen a tackle like that before.
No.
It's more like a handspring.
Yeah. I think Zach Edmondson for the Badgers went down, and who was that for the Bruins? He realized he was sliding.
It was Dylan Allison.
Yeah, Dylan Allison.
And he just did his best to avoid it.
Well, I think what happened was the player slipped from BB, and Dylan was running full tilt, and it just knocked him right in his shins and went head
Did he
over
slip?
heels.
I think he slid. I don't know. Either way,
you think he slid down? He said, "Okay, I'm going down. I
Yeah.
don't want to get blown up by this guy going full tilt."
So the Badgers in unfamiliar territory for tonight, at least. Roberts is in the shotgun. He gives the handoff to Howard, and he runs forward for about 3 or 4 yards.
That's Wilson Miller.
He's tackled by Wilson Miller.
Yep. He held him up. Chris Connell got in there, too, got his legs. But
of course he did.
First contact. I know. Chris is having a great game.
Yep.
So glad to see it.
So 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this first quarter as the Badgers looking to the sidelines for the play. Roberts is still out there in the shotgun. Howard's to his left. He's got trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Waiting for the snap. There it is. He passes it over the hands of Howard. He had a bit of running room on that left side, but
it was a quick throw, and he was trying to throw it over the defender and just threw it too high to get to his receiver or running back number 12.
Roberts is a little on the tall side, and I'm wondering how much that's playing into, when you're a little taller, you're not, you got to throw it down, I guess. You see a lot of the taller quarterbacks.
I think the defender had something to do with that errant throw.
Oh, there's Roberts waiting for the snap. There it is. He is under pressure by Fuda.
He's throwing it.
He throws it to, in theory, intended target was Hayden Howard.
Yep, same target, and he just threw it out there. He was under tremendous duress.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see our first punt of the night.
Yep. Roberts is staying out there. Is he the?
Well, the punter is number 14, Stevie Hemmert. So I don't know where he is, but.
Well,
yeah, so be careful for a fake punt here.
Yep.
I'd be surprised.
So back to receive for the Bruins is nobody.
Usual formation for the Bruins.
There's the kick.
The punt. End over end kick. It's going to go a ways.
Takes a Badger bounce. Yep, right to the Bruin 44-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, we got 50 seconds left in the first quarter, and 33-0.
Yep.
I think we got time for another score, guys.
Yeah, well, you were saying everything was under a minute, Brooks, so I think
it's
you may be
still
right
under
about
a minute.
that.
It's still under a minute.
Well, and once again, the feedback line is open, 501-570-6464. Share your thoughts, share your input.
Hey, I heard you say a shout-out to Freddie McCauley, Danny Kelly's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're glad you're listening to us in Texarkana. We hope we don't have to play that high school this year.
There's a snap from Bratcher.
Fumble.
No, it is fumbled by the Bruins and picked up by number 53. That is Evan Williams for the defense for the Badgers. And this is an FYI from Josh. He says a group of Badgers is called a seat or a clan.
There we go. See, we're learning all sorts of stuff tonight. I think that was unfortunately, that was Jalen Witcher on the fumble.
Oh, okay.
It was not Joe Hyman. I wasn't certain. The numbers sometimes look a lot alike. They're discussing something. The referees are, and our offense is not completely coming off the field yet.
Yeah, Coach Kelly is out there with them just to see what they have to say.
What I thought I saw was Jalen pick the ball up and have possession of it. And I think they're trying to say, was his knee down? And if his knee was down and then the ball was knocked out, then he would have been down first.
Yeah.
And Coach is really trying to push the issue here, and they're talking about it. And what's interesting is Beebe sitting on the sideline too. They have called the ball. Well, they still haven't made it.
They're saying
it's 1st and 10, Beebe.
For the Badgers, right at the 33-yard line, 34-yard line, 33. Yeah,
I think it's 33-yard line, and
So they're going to start off with the ball fairly deep in Bruin territory. Longing's in the shotgun. He has got number 35 to his left. That is Chris Benton. Longing fakes the pass, and he is brought down hard. That was number 52.
That's Wilson Miller.
Wilson Miller. We are being told that the replay was showing that his knee was down. However, this is not college nor the NFL, so we have to go with what the referees could see with their own two eyes.
Yeah, what I like about that, though, was they sat and conferenced about it and talked about it for a moment. My guess is Coach Kelly had a little something to do with that. But I like that a crew will sit there and say, let's try and make sure we put our heads together and make the best decision.
Absolutely. So Longing's in the shotgun. Badgers are looking at a 2nd down and 21 yards to go here.
End of the quarter.
First quarter is ended. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the evening. join us back here. You're listening to PA Live.
This Friday Night Spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value Student of the Week, Jacqueline Horsey. Respect, responsibility, integrity, and excellence are all words used in reference to Jacqueline. Jacqueline is a talented artist and an accomplished musician and incredible student. Our core value Student of the Week is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Just another way Caldwell cares.
Are back here at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium, where the Pulaski Academy Bruins are hosting the Beebe Badgers. This is the start of the second quarter as the Bruins have a hefty lead of 33-0. The Badgers are going to start off with the ball at the right at midfield. They're looking at second down and 21 to go. We've seen quite the performance from both sides of the ball, but especially the Bruin defense. They forced 4 turnovers, 2 of them on downs and 2 of them interceptions by Mr. Chris Connell. So Longing is in the shotgun. He's got trips to his right, 1 to his left. He's got 1 man to his left. I can't see who it is. There's a snap. He's looking deep. He passes number 10 over the middle. That is good for about a gain of roughly, we gave it 15 yards.
Yeah, that's Gage Marlin.
Yep. No.
He's a 5'7", 152. He's a scat back. He's a fast kid. I saw him on film. And, we don't want to let him get the ball in open field.
That was a good catch on his part. He went up and brought that ball down. So we wait for the chains to move. It is third down and about 8 or 9 to go for the Badgers as they're back in Bruin territory after that sack by Wilson. Did you say it was Wilson Miller?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. 11 minutes, 20 seconds left in the half. Cade Longing's in the shotgun. He's got Jernigan to his right. He is under pressure, and that was a shoestring tackle by number 27.
Oh, come on. It's
that
Clinton
was
Wilson.
Clinton Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, this is our fumble
recovery guy. He looks like he might have hurt himself doing that.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I think when he was coming up the middle, Longing was trying to jump up in the pocket, and I don't
know if it's his hand or his leg. He's stretching his leg out.
Yeah. Either way, he's staying out there.
Well, it's football. I mean, you're going to get dinged up. You're going to feel some pain out there. There's no doubt about it. Come on, Clint.
So, Longing's looking to the sidelines. Badgers going for it on 4th and 15. There's a snap. He's looking to his left, and
he's sacked.
Hit hard. That was, we don't know, the mystery man, number 41, joined by number 52, Wilson Miller. So the Bruins take over on downs once again.
It's Harrison Lane's understudy.
Yeah.
But he got in there. Give him all the credit in the world.
We did. Okay, well, surely Will Graves can help us out there. He's our sideline expert. We're expecting to hear from him. And
I'm just calling him Harrison Lane. He got a sack like Harrison would.
There's the snap. Bratcher gives it to Joe Hyman, and he picked up about 4 or 5 yards before he was brought down just beyond midfield. Bruins looking to the sideline for the next play. As they wait for it, got roughly 10 minutes left in this first half. Bratcher's got the play. Good to see Merritt Jones back out there.
So we got an empty backfield here.
There's a snap. He pitches it to Jaden Kelly, who has some room on the left side.
Run, Jaden. Follow your blocker.
And he is brought down at the 38-yard line. That was an excellent block by 55 for the Bruins. That was Graham Shear who managed to open up that hole for Jaden Kelly to run through.
That was a really good run by Jaden. Just power through it and get the first down. That was a great job, Jaden.
Absolutely. So
got Joe Hyman in the backfield. Get ready for a run from Joe.
I'm going to hold you to it. There's the snap. There's a pass to the
quick
right. And it is good to Cooper White running a slant. Picked up about 5 yards. Looks like they're going to give him 8 yards. Wow.
Yeah, that was a great slant. Quick throw out.
So Bratcher's looking at sidelines for the play. Bruins going to have pretty much the same setup. Trips to the right.
Yep, you got Jaden Kelly to the left wide. And there's Joe right up the middle.
Thank you. There's Joe to the left. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
No flags.
No flags. 8 minutes, 56 seconds left in this first half. Bruins now lead 39-0.
So I'm looking across the field at the Beebe fans, and there's a lot of people sitting on their hands.
Yeah.
It's it's tough for them to come all this way. Well, an hour away. It's not that far away, but
Still, yeah.
This is the point where it gets a little hard on the visiting teams.
There's the kick. It's up, and it is
perfect.
Good. So Bruins now lead 40-0 with 8 minutes, 56 seconds left in the first half.
All right. Let's take a look and see what they do on the kickoff. At this point, I would think Coach Kelly will be having them kick away.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see Clay James kicking away, but that's Coach's call.
Yeah, well, and he did it. He kicked it deep last time. So we got some other scores from around the state. Watson Chapel leading Whitehall in the second quarter, 13-7. Camden's leading DeQueen, 27-6 in the second quarter. Lakeside's running away with it, 32-6 over Hope in the second quarter. The Maumelles also running away with it, 45-0 in the second quarter over J. Fair. Vologna's ahead of Farmington, 26-7. Alma's leading Clarksville, 14-7. These games are all in the second quarter. So Clay James is back to kick. After that 4-play, 53-yard drive, capped off by a 32-yard touchdown run by Hyman. There's the kick. And it takes a bounce into the end zone, and it is a touchback.
A touchback.
Yep.
Tell you what, talking about those games, that Whitehall-Watson Chapel game is a really important game. I think whoever loses that game will be on the outside looking in. So that's going to be important for both of those teams. One of them to come away with a victory.
Yes, that's we were talking about that earlier. Just what games to watch. Always interesting to see. Hear reports from around the state.
So I want to give a shout out to Josh. He's in Bangkok. We say he was across the world. We really do mean he's across the world. So anyway, I want to say hey to our buddy out there.
Good morning, Josh.
He did just wake up, so that was good.
So Roberts is in the shotgun. He takes the snap, gives it to
hands off, run up the middle. He's going.
That's Howard, and he is at the 50-yard line before he's brought down hard by Fuda Shinkawa. But that is good for a Badger first down and then some as they.
That was the best run for the Badgers tonight.
Yep.
Howard showed his speed. I mean, he's good size and got some good muscle on him, so that surprised me.
Josh just sent a picture of what his setup.
He's got a little
breakfast.
Sushi going on. Well, I guess. What the
I
heck
don't
is
know
that?
what.
He's got sushi and.
There's the snap, and there's the give to Howard, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's good defense there.
That was good defense. That was Richard Griffith and.
Well, who's at the bottom of the pile? Do you know who's at the bottom of the pile?
Wilson Miller.
No, Clinton Wilson.
I thought I saw Wilson Miller.
It was 27 that got up last there. But,
okay.
And I'm sure Wilson Miller was in on it too. But Clinton, I mean, I tell you what, this kid is all over the place
Not
tonight.
afraid
I
of
love
contact.
it. No. I tell you, he's one of our great players on defense.
So Roberts is in the shotgun. He's under
blitzed.
pressure. There's
52.
Wilson, and that was number 13 for the Bruins.
It was Wilson Miller chasing him, and then it was
Hugg.
Matthew Hugg. And I love Matthew getting on a play like that.
Josh, this one's for you. He's giving him the squeeze. Oh, goodness.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a great defensive play, great pursuit. Wilson Miller was chasing him down and ran him right into Matthew Hugg and the other defensive players. So
yeah, I did a good job of flushing him out of
we
the
got
bucket.
a third down and
22. Roberts takes a snap. He's under pressure again.
it's a screen play.
Attempts to.
Whoa,
A little extracurricular activity.
Yeah, it was big number 77 trying to get a little bit on Chris Connell. He saw number 7 and said, "Yeah, you picked the ball twice."
Who's number 77?
Come on, that's Maverick Payne.
There you go.
Yeah. Again, I think his parents messed up. They should have called him Maximus Payne, and then it'd be Max Payne. No, I'm kidding.
Roberts is in the shotgun. And he's waiting for the snap. Looks like he's going to be punting. The Badgers are looking at 4th and 22. He does punt.
That's a high, short punt.
Back
Get
to
off the
receive
field.
for the Bruins is nobody.
They can't see it.
And it just bobs back and forth right at the 38-yard line as the Bruins will take over right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm kidding about Maverick Payne, but he has a brother who's playing at UA Monticello.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's a football family.
Football. I'd like to see that.
But I watched him on film, and I tell you what, that kid, he can pull. And, he's playing tackle tonight, but if he pulls and blocks out on a sweep, it's going to go for some yards.
Someone's going to take some
big
punishment.
boy, yeah.
He's 6'1", 275.
Yeah.
So 7 minutes, 11 seconds left.
And he moves. I mean, he's got great wheels.
There's a snap, and the pass is to the left to Jaden Witcher. It was just, Witcher did a good job of getting his hands on that.
He did. It was thrown in front of him. I think Bratcher was thinking he was going to run to where the ball was, and so he threw it out in front of him, and Jaden stopped there. So
used a slam for a screen.
Yep.
So Bratcher's in the shotgun. He has got Woods in motion behind him. There's a snap. He is rolling out. He's under pressure. Passes it to Braden Cash. Thank you. He is moving.
Oh,
he's at
gosh.
the 40. And
there's all sorts of flags
on the field.
Braden, go down.
Oh, and he is taken down hard by number 5 for the Zach Edmondson for the Badgers. I'm not used to Cash being out there. He's been injured the past few weeks, and I just.
Well, we miss him. I mean, he stretches the defense. He is fast. It just was unfortunate. I'll tell you what, though, I've seen him out here practicing and just working and working and working. He wants to play so bad, but that's unfortunate on this play. It was a great screenplay, and he just ran down the field.
Yep.
But we had some illegal blocks, block in the back.
Still good for a first down.
Yeah,
so
I actually sort of saw a hold there too, but it is what it is. When you get one penalty, 4 don't matter.
When it rains, it pours. So first down and 10 from the Badger 46-yard line. Badger's in the shotgun. He's got Woods to his right, Trips to his left, and one receiver to the right. Woods runs up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 3, maybe falling down for a 4th yard.
Beebe was thankful he didn't get a full head of speed again. So
yeah. Nope.
I'll tell you what, these Beebe guys are still playing hard.
So we see Pfizer's come out to replace Bratcher.
No, that's not Pfizer.
I'm sorry, that's Bruffett. I'm sorry, I was saying 17,
that's okay.
16. Bruffett's out there to replace Bratcher.
Glad to see this. Come on, Nolan.
Yeah. He had a rough week last week. We want to see him have a good bounce back.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Yep. And there's a snap. Give us to Woods. He runs up the middle again.
Come on.
Picks up another 3 or 4 yards. We'll see what they give him.
Yeah, he's probably got good 4, maybe 5 yards. Yep. So, yeah, it looked like we're going to be sitting, what?
3rd down and 3. Yep. So Caleb Nichols hustles out to replace Woods. He's going to be on the far side. He's got trips. Yeah, trips to the left.
Almost quads.
Jalen Witcher's, kind of cheating on the edge there. There's Bruffett. He pitches it to Witcher, and he has got some.
What a move.
Yep, on the right side. Picks up the first down and is taken down at the 28-yard line. He wanted to get more, though.
By a shoestring.
Yeah, he thought he was.
Jalen's like, he had that fumble earlier that was not a fumble. He was down. But then he had the pass that was, he had to reach out for, and he wanted to make a play.
Yeah.
And this kid is a baller. He really, really is a great player.
Everyone else has gotten in the end zone. He wanted his turn. So Bruffett's in the shotgun. He's got Caleb Nichols in motion, and it's a bobbled snap.
Jump, get on it, Nolan.
Bruffett fell on it right before the Badgers got there. That was 76 Logan Pipkins who fell on top of Bruffett. Was that a bad snap?
Yeah. Yes. It was a low snap.
Okay.
It was on the ground. That had nothing to do with Nolan. Nolan did actually a Herculean effort to jump on that ball. He reached out. And, that's one of those things that's dangerous. You reach out for a ball, and a player lands on your arm, your elbow get a little torqued, and I think that might happen. So anyway, but Nolan's tough. He's out there. So let's see what he can do on the second down. Second
15, 16. How many yards we'll see? No, probably more than that. There's a snap. Bruffett's rolling out to his left.
Oh,
he's in motion. He picked.
That is a hard throw. It's caught.
Impressive throw, and it was caught by number 6. That's Miles Marotti. That is at the, we'll say the 22-yard line of Badger territory.
Yep.
Yeah, as you said, Ruffett was rolling out.
Rolling to your left as a right-handed is hard to throw across your body like that. And the ball did come out. It looked like somebody shot it halfway over there, but it went right where he wanted to, which was in Miles Marotti's hands, which is awesome to see Miles getting a catch out there.
Absolutely. So Ruffett's out there in the shotgun. He's got Woods to his right, to his left, Trips to the left, and one to the far right. Hand off to Woods. Woods is running
outside.
He's trying to find the edge.
Keep fighting, Isaiah.
And he's brought down.
He did not get the first down.
Did not get the first down. That was a Cupcake Factory 4th down conversion attempt that did not succeed as the Badgers take over.
Boy, I thought he had that. He popped to the outside and was going to make it, and the Beebe player just
grabbed his shirt,
handful of jersey and slowed him down enough for the other player to come and knock him down.
Yep.
That was a good effort on Isaiah's part, but unfortunately we turned it over on downs.
Yep.
And I think that may be the first
time tonight, turnover on downs.
First possession that we haven't scored.
It's the first 4th down we've had, I believe. Because I haven't said the Cupcake Factory 4th down conversion yet.
Well, you probably missed it once, Holt.
Oh.
I'm kidding you, man.
They're too delicious to forget that.
Hey, you're right. They are.
And there's a snap. It's Longing. He's out there. He finds a man open.
That was Mikey Russell.
Excellent defense.
Yeah.
That was number 26 for the Bruins, Josh Cady. Well done, young man.
Yeah.
That
is a great play for Josh, and great timing on it. He just knocked it right out of his hands. And Mikey Russell's a good player.
Yep.
So that was an excellent play on Josh Cady's part.
What's another thing that's probably frustrating for the Bruins was they were almost in red zone, which would have been a senior play.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of frustrated by that. But so Longings in the shotgun takes a snap, gives it to. Well, the Bruins are trying to strip it. I'm not sure who that was. I'm not sure we'll ever know. Nope, that was Jernigan. I see a number 2 kind of buried in that pile there.
Yeah.
He picked up about 2 yards. So the Badgers are looking at 3rd down and 8. As Jernigan comes off and is replaced by Howard. No, that's not Howard. That is Austin Smith.
We got Joseph Osmond in there playing linebacker.
All right. So Longing's in the shotgun by himself. He's got Trips to the right, Twins to the left. Waiting for the snap. There it is. He's looking over the middle, and it's intercepted by number 37 for the Bruins.
That's
Cameron Mercer.
I love it. Cameron. That is just awesome.
I mean, another player just reading the eyes of the quarterback.
He was. That's exactly what he did.
Read the ball right into his hands.
Oh, man. That's
Bruins.
rough. That is rough for the Beebe Badgers. I'm looking at the players, and they're walking off awfully slow and walking on awfully slow.
Yeah. So with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left before halftime, we
got Charlie Pfizer in his quarterback. It looks like we got the Bruin blue team in now.
Yep.
We got gold and 1st string and blue and 2nd string. I think this is the blue team. Got a lot of players out here.
There's a snap.
It's a pitch.
Pitch to Caleb Nichols, and he avoids one
gone.
tackler. He's at the 30.
Gone.
He's at the 20. He's at the 10, and he is almost in the end zone. We'll see what they say. They're saying he did not quite make it, just shy about a yard or 2.
Well, that's twice tonight with Caleb Nichols. I said he's gone, and he hasn't gotten in. Dang nabbit, Caleb.
He's letting you down.
I'm going to have to give him a protein shake next week or something. I don't know what.
Okay, so let's see who's coming out. Richard Griffith is coming out there. He's going to be.
Oh, here's your senior play.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. Are they going to have him do a fade route?
Yeah. By the way, I'm really glad Richard cut his mullet. So I hate that we lost, and that's why he cut it. But
a snap.
It's a throw to him.
It is a fade route.
Oh my
it
gosh.
is up to Griffith.
Oh,
it is over
his head.
Fingertips.
Who threw that? Was that Charlie? Charlie Pfizer
right.
threw that. Charlie, come on! This is the senior to trying to help out here.
Yeah.
And I understand they only get one chance. Is that right?
Well,
maybe another chance.
Well, bring in another senior.
Clinton Wilson's coming in.
Yeah, I'm telling this. It's Clinton Wilson, okay? This is a touchdown. I mean, do we even need to watch this? Everybody go get a cup of coffee because this is going to be a touchdown right here.
There's the give to Wilson, and he is
get in there, Clinton. Don't make me a
up
liar.
right short of the touchdown.
Dag nabbit.
just shy. So we'll see if he gets.
Are they going to leave him in? Oh, no.
Nope.
They're bringing him out.
Ratcher's coming in, and he is coming back out. He's bringing
Guess who
Chris
he's bringing?
Connell out there with
He's
him.
bringing in Trent Sawyer.
And Trent Sawyer.
So this has got to be Trent's play. He lets these seniors design their plays for themselves, and then, now we got people going, where do I go? Because they've got a senior in here.
So we got Wilson on the left. Sawyer's in motion. He is up at the line giving instructions to the players. There's a snap. There's the pitch to Wilson. And there's the pass to
Oh, gosh. It was – okay, so it was a dual senior play.
And
Wilson it was Chris Connell,
the
Chris defensive,
Connell,
our linebacker, throwing a play to Trent Sawyer, and he threw it in the ground. And Chris just put his hands on his head and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I blew it." All right, so we got fourth down now.
Fourth
now
and
what are we
one.
Gonna do? Who we got coming in? Who's the other senior?
Oh, this is
here?
a Cupcake Factory fourth down conversion attempt.
Well done, Holt.
Thank you.
All right, I can't.
Man, every time I say it, though, I get hungry.
Oh, I know. they're awesome. All right, who do we got here?
Pfizer's in the shotgun by himself. He passes it to number 86 for the Bruins. Oh,
guess who that is?
Do you want to tell me?
Yeah, that's Zach Biagioni. I mean, that's unbelievable. He got popped. Did he survive?
He did. He survived.
Man.
So who was that? Who was that?
Yeah, that was Zach Biagioni. I tell you what, man. Who would have thought you'd be calling the touchdown tonight? And here it is. His brother's coming in from college. His brother's going to Auburn. And, boy, I hope he's here by now. He was flying in from Atlanta. And, we don't know if he was able to see that or not. This is going to be hilarious. He's going to be giving his older brother a hard time tonight, I'll tell you that.
There's Von Seelig out to kick. Kick is up, and it is good.
It's
hey,
good.
Brooks.
Yes.
That last name, does that sound familiar?
I think so.
Does
It
it ring
could
a
be
bell?
somebody's in the press box here tonight with us.
You guys are rough to deal with, I'll tell you. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I'm sitting there
makes
going,
you want to stick your chest out, doesn't it?
well, it does, but I was wanting a senior to get in there, too. The seniors are
Right.
probably going to be mad at Zach now because,
Well, they had their chance.
They did have their chance. And I'll tell you what, Chris Collins, these guys are playing so great tonight, and to miss something like that, they're just kicking themselves.
Well, and here's the funny part is, he had the two interceptions, the hands plays. He got it firmly, grabbed him, and the one time he gets out there, a chance to throw the ball, and it just, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Well, it's what football is all about. It's about opportunities, and you got to seize the opportunity. And unfortunately for Chris and Trent, it didn't come through. But, hey, that's football. They'll get another chance here soon.
Oh, Popeye, eat your spinach.
All right, here we go with Clay. More than likely, it's going to be a deep kick again with Clay
Yep.
James, and he's been kicking him to the end zone. That's a
Yep.
low squibbler, but it's caught, and he's running it out. Who
That
is
is
that?
number 3. That is.
Oh, that's Longing.
Yeah, Longing, and he's
He's
trying
getting to the
find room on
outside.
the right side.
He's
and
getting
he is
tackled at 25.
taken down by Dylan Allison, and I believe that was that 44 Joseph Osmond.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joseph's on the kickoff team.
helped out on the tackle there.
And Joseph should be getting back out there. So, we've got Drew Johnson. Let me see. Who else do we have out on defense? We've got a lot of new
Smiley's
players
out there.
Yeah. Love seeing Ben Smiley out there.
42. He's on the left side of the line.
39, Zach Terry.
Yep.
Here you go, Mr. Pete. Let you.
All
you
right.
can
That
announce
was
one.
that was a five-play, 31-yard drive. It was a 1-yard touchdown pass from Charlie Pfizer to Zach Biagioni. I'll tell you what, who would have known I would have had a chance like that to say that tonight. I have truly a blessed life.
Wow. So the Badgers are calling a timeout. I believe that was the Badger timeout with 1 minute and 26 seconds left until the halftime. Let me tell you a little bit about the Cupcake Factory. At the Cupcake Factory in Little Rock, our goal is to offer the best quality cupcakes, pies, custom cakes, and cookies, cake pops, cinnamon rolls, brownies, and more. Anybody hungry yet?
Yeah.
If you need a cake for their last-minute event or dessert for your dinner party, we have grab-and-go cakes ready to go. Even if you're not in the mood for cookies or cakes, come in and take a look at our full lunch menu featuring several salads, burgers, and more. Visit the Cupcake Factory of West Little Rock on Facebook or in person at 18104 Canis Road in Little Rock. So this is your moment where you, if you're Josh, You tell me how delicious the ribs are. Have you had the ribs?
At Cupcake Factory?
Yeah.
I got to tell you what, I've been there for lunch.
Okay.
Y'all need to go there for lunch.
Okay.
They have a great setup for lunch. People don't think of that place they're going for lunch, but I really promise you, you will not be disappointed.
So we're coming out of the timeout. That is Roberts. He's looking to his right. He has number
It's
one. Mikey Russell, and
Mikey
he is
Russell.
over the middle,
Great.
good for a first down, and he is pulled down
That's 15 yards.
40-yard line.
Right at the 40-yard line. And there you, I mean, I'm telling you, these kids, they keep playing. Look at that. That's a great play.
Yeah.
Great toss, catch, and run after catch.
Yeah, I can see why Mikey Russell gets the accolades he does.
Yeah.
Roberts is in the
And
shotgun.
I like this number 10, Gage Marlin. They got to try and get him the ball a little more. Oh, he's looking to the left.
Oh, that's a deep pass. It looks
Yeah.
like we had some miscommunication.
It was to
there.
Mikey again.
Yep, he was
Yeah.
looking over both shoulders trying to figure out where the ball was. So
He was well covered, too.
who was that on the coverage? That was, I'm trying to see, is that 81 Charlie Barker?
Yeah, they had Charlie Barker out there playing safety.
Yeah, alongside Cameron Mercer, it looks like.
And it was Josh Cady over there with him, too,
All
on the
right.
coverage.
So we had Drew Johnston out there as well. As we said, Ben Smiley covering that left side. So the pass is by we have a flag on the play. That was an incomplete pass to number 1, Mikey Russell. It almost looked like a number of people had a shot at that ball.
JoJo Osmond had a shot at the
Oh.
interception, went right past his hand, and he was tapped on the head of his helmet saying, "Oh my gosh, I had a chance there."
So we have a penalty on the Badgers. Got a holding penalty, is declined. However, so they just declined the penalty. Badgers looking at 3rd down and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
Well, it was holding on the Badgers.
Yeah.
The Bruins declined the penalty, and they're just wanting to run the clock and take the down.
56 seconds left in the game. Now the clock is not running, however. So looks like we have Roberts in the shotgun. He hands off to Howard, who runs around to the right side, and he's
Good
brought
hard
down.
run. Good hard run.
Oh.
Couple yards, but good hard run.
Yep. He certainly did not shy away from the contact there. So
Yeah, that was a good way to cover the ball. That was a well-coached run there.
4th down and 8 to go. 34
Bringing
seconds.
out their punting formation, but again, it's Gannon Roberts out. Maybe punting instead of.
And it's 24
14.
seconds left. So yeah, they certainly could throw a curveball here. We'll wait for the snap. And there it is. And he is going to be punting it.
Again, it's a good high punt. Almost hit one of the players. He ducked.
He knew it was coming somehow. Maybe he saw the shadow in the spotlight.
Well, the players will be out there yelling at you. Watch out.
They're about to get hit in
Move.
the head.
And, watch out doesn't help you because it's like, watch out what? Do I move left? Do I move right? And then you get hit right in the head with the ball.
So with 1 second left in the first half, the Bruins take over at the 14-yard line.
All right, here we go. We got some players out here. We got Zach out there with Nick Giesel, Charlie Barker.
I don't see a quarterback out there.
Well, he's getting the play from Coach right here in front of us. So that'll probably be
I was like, what are they going to be throwing out there right
Charlie
now?
Pfizer is going to be the quarterback. And
I expect a knee or at least a run. You think?
No, I tell you, he's got the second-string players in here. They're like caged animals. They want to play. They don't want to see a knee.
That's true.
We'll see. It might be a run, but
there's Joe Hyman.
yeah, it's a handoff to Joe Hyman.
No,
Last play of the
run
game.
To
The
the
horn
right side.
sounded.
He's at the 20. He is at the 30,
Boy.
the 36-yard line as the clock ends. And I'm being told that Lane Hatcher is on the sidelines.
Yes, I saw Lane earlier tonight.
We'll be interested to talk about that. So this is the Ackles Carpet One halftime show. At Ackles Carpet One, they can get it for you at wholesale. That's not just a slogan at Ackles Carpet One. It's the real money-saving story. You can get the lowest prices on carpets, floors, and real wood cabinets. They have nationwide buying power, low overhead, and local ownership that make this possible. Don't shop at the home centers or online when you can shop local and get the best wholesale prices. At Ackles Carpet One, we make it beautiful for less. AclesCarpet1.com. Now, we found out before the game that unfortunately the Beebe Badgers band did not make the trip. I was kind of excited to see them play, but they did not make the trip. So we are going to have the Bruin cheerleaders out there. I believe the Bruin band is going to be out there. So we will go ahead and just let them do their thing, catch our breath.
That sounds great, but I'll tell you what, if you can stick around and watch the cheer, they do a great job. And you know what? Don't forget, these are athletes too, and they work hard to be able to put their routines together. And, Lynn Schuster does a great job with the program here and getting these girls prepared for each and every game. So a lot of things that goes out to them and getting prepared for this. But, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and take a break for a halftime.
Yep.
Feel free to rewind your stream and take a look at a favorite play or two.
Yep.
But we're at 47-0. We'll be gone for the next 20 minutes, and look forward to seeing you in just a few minutes.
We'll be back.
Bruin Pond. And now let's welcome PA Bruin Cheers. Bruin cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment this season, the Bruin Brigade will be playing music featuring the popular styles of Latin America. We'll open tonight's performance with a trumpet feature on Gloria Estefan's Conga. We'll close tonight's performance with an outstanding rendition of Ernesto Luquano's staple piece, Malaguena, featuring junior Jesse Neiswanger on the trombone. Bruin Brigade is under the direction of Mr. Lane Martins and is conducted on the field by sophomore drum major Anna Wong. One more big round of applause for the Bruin Brigade.
Foster Rogers is our Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Foster is a phenomenal tennis player with multiple state championships, but he is also a stellar student who keeps up with all of his challenging classes on top of his tennis travel and practice schedule. Please join us in recognizing Foster Rogers, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. In Week 6, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game was senior defensive back Clay James. Clay had 2 interceptions, several pass breakups, and numerous key plays in the Bruins' victory over Maumelle High School. Clay carries a 4.0 GPA in the classroom and is a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and the Young Republicans. He enjoys hunting, fishing, and spending time with his friends in his spare time. Clay plans on pursuing a degree in finance in college. Please join us in congratulating Clay James, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game.
And we are back here at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium as we have a lovely view of Rector Field. I'm here with Mr. Bijoni, a very proud Mr. Pete Bijoni.
Thank you, Holt. It's good to be here. Yeah, proud because
They knew
Well,
they wouldn't give you some more.
Again, this is you all have a great job up here. It's a labor of love to come up and just observe every game, and the blessing that football is a good time. But we're excited because Brooks has been working hard on the stats for the first half, and
just crunching those numbers. What do you got for us, Brooks? Are you ready or no? You can say no.
I think I can chime in here a little bit.
Wing it.
Okay, it's one thing I've noticed tonight that's been a little different in Coach Kelly's strategy. We've always tried to go for the last 2 or 3 ball games, 2 points on the first time.
Yeah.
And we've been missing it. And so I think tonight he kind of has gotten away from that and has done more kicking of the extra points tonight. And that's one thing that I've noticed in the first half. But as far as statistically we going here in the passing category, Braden Bratcher is 9 of 13 for 140 yards. And then Bruffett is 1 of 2 for 16 yards. And then Charlie Pfizer had 2 attempts, and I think he had 1 completion. Missed it on. I think he had just a few yards on that.
That was the touchdown pass to Zach.
That one touchdown. So he
got 1 yard.
Yeah, for 1 yard. Okay, so he's really his stats are not.
Sorry to keep bringing that up. Were you doing that just to mess with me?
I
you, Brooks.
was, Pete.
I'm never coming back up to this booth. I'm telling you right now.
I'll tell you what. When I was in high school, I scored 1 touchdown only, but so Zach is out.
He's equal to you.
Yeah, he's equal to me. So one more, and he'll surpass me. In the receiving category, we have Mason Cobb has 1 reception for 14 yards. A little bit down tonight. Hadn't got any touchdowns yet so far. And then Cash has got 1 reception for 12 yards. Merritt Jones, 1 reception for 10 yards. And then Marotti has 1 reception for 16. And Jalen Witcher has 1 reception for 3 yards. And Nichols has 1 catch for 47 yards. And then we have Cooper White. He has 3 receptions for 53 yards and 1 touchdown. And then here we go again. Zach Biagioni has 1 reception for Zach Biagioni here. 1 reception for 1 yard and a touchdown. And one thing you'll notice, it's very unusual for PA to have more rushing yards than passing yards, but that's the case tonight.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time that I've kept statistic in a long, long time. That,
I was really surprised when you said the Bratcher only had 143 yards. I had to look at your stat thing, and 52-yard run, 52 or if was.
He had a 52-yard touchdown
run. Yeah, but then
run.
Joe Hyman also had Bratcher had a 69-yard.
Oh, was it
run.
69? Okay, and
Yeah.
then it was Hyman who had the 52-yarder.
And
Okay.
then Woods had a 56-yard. So I mean, yeah, I just forgot that we.
Well, I'll tell you, when you have someone like Joe Hyman and Braden runs, if he's running for a 69-yard touchdown, I mean, you're just going to take away passing yards. But I think Coach would take that any day of the week.
Sure, it doesn't make any difference how you score a touchdown, whether running or passing or whatever. But anyway, at least you get it that.
Yep. And we had a couple of plays called back too. Remember?
Yeah.
So
That's true. Dylan Allison, had a big catch and run that came
Okay.
all the way back down to
Okay.
midfield after he got it all the way to the 10-yard line.
the one that killed me though was the interception that got called back.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris
I bet
Connell.
that broke his heart.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's happy to get the interception. It was good to get the takeaway, but to have a block in the back and have it called back, that was just a hard one for a senior.
Yeah,
you want to
sure
see
is.
something like that. A pick six is something you always want to put on your haul at home.
Oh, absolutely.
The big rusher for tonight so far is Joe Hyman. He has four rushes for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then we have Braden Bratcher, one carry for 69 yards and a touchdown. Big long run over the sidelines over there. It's really a thing of beauty to see him. Juked a couple of people and he was off to the races. It was a really, really nice run there. And then Jalen Whitcher is 1 carry for 8 yards. And Bruffett, bless his heart, he's the one. He's in negative territory. He has one. It was a bad snap on the middle center, and so he had to take the 7-yard loss there.
Well, I got to tell you, he reached back and got that ball.
Yeah,
It was a tough ball. It sort of went off his shin and was bobbling around. He reached out and pulled it back in. He prevented a turnover. That was a heck of a play on his part. So those little things are the things that make a big difference in a game. That took it back, and we ended up going down scoring a touchdown with that possession. And had he turned it over, that would have taken that touchdown off the board.
And finishing up the category here, we have Jaden Kelly, 1 rush for 10 yards. Nichols, 1 rush for 29 yards. And then Woods, Zarius rumbling, bumbling, fumbling, not fumbling, but rumbling down.
Rumbling, stumbling, baby.
Yeah,
Rumbling,
rumbling.
mumbling.
He was
Humbling.
gone. I tell you what,
Did a
man.
lot of humbling.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell
He
you.
had 4 carries for 41 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Vaughn, the lineman for us tonight on the senior play, had 1 carry for 6 yards and a touchdown.
Yep, Thomas Vaughn.
How many yards did you say Woods had?
Woods had 41.
He should have. You have him down as a 56-yard run for his touchdown. I think he has quite a few more than that.
I don't have Woods down for 56 yards. No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Sorry, that's somebody else.
I just don't want to. I don't want to take away from him if he's.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'll look here. I've got 56. Well, sorry, folks.
Sorry,
no
that was a bit
worries.
of an attorney maneuver on you. I apologize. I took your evidence.
Aaron's
I didn't
have-
realize that we were getting audited up here. Man, I'm glad I just have to say words.
I'm
And,
trying to-
I don't get audited like you do, Brooks. Numbers are numbers. What, are you an accountant, Holt?
No, I'm an attorney.
Oh,
He's an
see?
attorney.
Well, shoot. Now I got double whammy there. Somebody
No,
audited my
I'm
words.
trying to figure out a Bear Claw Award winner for the offense tonight. And,
Okay.
and
Oh,
so, yeah,
gotcha.
I'm trying to make sure I do diligence as far as.
Well, I got to tell you what, it's hard on offense, but it's hard on defense, too. There have been, to me, 3 or 4 outstanding, valuable defensive players tonight. We've called out Clinton Wilson's name.
Okay, Holt. I've found your error.
Oh, okay.
Good.
My
All right,
error.
we gave you
His error, yes.
Easy there, counselor.
This was a 56-yard drive, but a 34-yard run. There we go.
Oh.
So, okay, here we go.
Okay.
And anyway, for a
You're vindicated.
I'm saved.
I just love it, Brooks.
So, anyway, total rushing and passing altogether, we have 422 yards total offense tonight so far. So, anyway, that's it from the statistical.
Thank you, Brooks. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad we got it straightened out, and we're really glad to have about another minute left here before the second half, and we've got one of our great players in the house tonight. Lane Hatcher is down on the sideline. I saw him earlier talking to Coach.
Yeah.
And, you know, Lane.
I did not realize how tall he was. Of course, I guess Coach
Did
Kelly's.
he grow?
I don't know. Well, you know, y'all have
Yeah, you do. You know, it's really deceptive. You know, you look at some of these players. You put somebody next to a 6'6", 280-pound person, and all of a sudden they look short. And they're really not. And Lane's not. I'll tell you. And plus, Lane is a wrestler. I mean, he is just ripped. He was always hard to bring down, and you know, he was just a competitor. He had a drive he had a motor like nobody out there. But he's in the house tonight, so. It's good to give a shout-out to him, and good to see. You know, it's always great to see the alumni coming back.
Yeah.
Coach really appreciates it. He always welcomes on the sideline. I mean, it'll be in the middle of a game, and you'll see somebody. He'll slide up and shake their hand. Not on offense, but during the defensive session, because he's always focused on when he's out there on offense. But he lights up and sees these players and always welcomes them back to the sideline. So having an alumni like Lane in the house is a real treat.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for the Eagles Carpet One halftime show as we start the second half. Now, one thing to watch for in the second half, we're going to have the specially designed play. I expect to see if it hadn't already been run, has it?
It was actually run already.
It was.
It was the one where Braden was sort of tackled in the backfield a little. Braden Bratcher.
Okay.
That was the play.
Where he was okay. Or where
Sorry,
he was rushed.
I didn't announce it.
That's okay.
But yeah, that was the play. So that was run already.
Well, so I guess you're not going to watch for that. One thing we will watch for, though, is we get to see a number of Bruins players that we don't normally get to call their names. Right now I'm looking at who is back there to receive. That is Braden Cash, and I believe that is, I think I saw Nick Giesel. Yep.
Yeah, Nick Giesel.
But it is
fair
kicked.
catch by Mason Kopp.
Yep. Didn't even give him the chance.
Yeah.
So the Bruins will start off at the 28-yard line. The Bruin territory.
Okay, so it looks like we got our blue team in. Our second stringers are going to be out there for the start of the second half.
I'm waiting to see who is going to take this.
It's going to be Charlie Pfizer as the quarterback.
Yep, there he is. As he hustles out. Now, who is – okay, yeah, that's Nick Giesel, number 18.
Yeah, he was just
Braden
back.
Cash is out there, and then we got Charlie Barker also on playing offense.
You got Joe Hyman in the backfield.
Now, got to have a little.
And you know.
There's a snap, and the pitch is to Braden Cash, who comes across the middle. He is at the
fast.
40. He is at the 50, the 40 of Badger territory before he is brought down by number 11.
I love the coach is leaving him in there
Brooks
to play.
Nail. Yeah.
In the second half.
Yeah, that was Brooks Nail for the Badgers. So that ball is marching
coming back. We're coming back.
I did not see that flag. It was camouflaged at that 30-yard line.
Yeah, it was right on the number.
Going to be holding. That is another big play brought back by
penalty.
A penalty.
Yeah, those are the things that'll drive you crazy as a coach.
I would say. I mean, it's frustrating for us. I can't imagine how frustrating it could be for the coaches. So the Bruins looking at first down and 20. Pfizer's got a little work to do here. He's got 4 to his left. He's rolling out. He's going to try to throw it off his left. He finds Cash, and he comes up with it, but not before he went out of bounds.
Yep.
And that was going to be good for about.
I think that was a play that was designed for somebody else, and,
yeah.
and you know,
they weren't
the
open.
Player just wasn't coming open.
Yeah. Well, and it's another one of those ones where he was running, trying to throw off foot.
Yep.
Was it?
He's a right-handed quarterback going left.
Goofy foot, I believe they call it in skateboarding.
Snowboarding. Yeah,
skateboarding
and snowboarding. Yeah.
So Pfizer's got the same setup, 4 to his left. He passes it to a intended target was number 86. That was
Zach
Bijoni. Unfortunately, it was just a little far out in front of him. You'd think I'd know that number by now. So Charlie Barker, Bijoni,
Giesel,
and Cash are all on the left side.
Quad left.
That run that same
and then
play.
You got Joe Hyman.
Yep. Oh, he's on that. Yeah, he's
the
all by his
top of your screen.
Far
and
side.
then you got Charlie Pfizer. So you got a 3rd and 20 here. Come on, Charlie.
There's a snap. Pfizer's got lots of time. He throws it to.
He threw it behind Cash.
Yeah, it looked like he
wasn't
wasn't sure if he was going to try to get to Zach or Cash.
It was just an errant throw. It was behind him. It was just
so now they're looking at 4th and 20. Certainly giving some snaps for Pfizer here, but not the snaps he wants.
Yeah, and we do have the sportsmanship rule in effect, so the clock
yes.
is running even though it was an incomplete pass.
Yep.
Just for the fans at home, that's one thing on the feed that is
Yes.
problematic. We don't have a
I like how you
clock
got it
on
right. You didn't call it the mercy roll. It's sportsmanship.
yeah, well, yeah.
Here's the snap. Pfizer's looking deep. He's got a little time. He passed
Giesel.
to Giesel.
He's
and
got a
that
first
is good
down.
for a first down. So the Bruins.
There you go, Nick. That is a great catch, run, nose for the first down. Oh, they gave him a terrible spot.
Whoa. Well, but it's still. Well.
No,
Yeah, they're saying
they
first down.
gave him first down. Well, they should because that was a
Yeah.
terrible spot right in front of us. But that's
So-
first down. So on fourth down, that was a cupcake factory. Fourth
down conversion. Thank you. There's the pitch to
It's Nick again.
Giesel, and he is brought down deep
Yeah.
and
That was
behind the line of scrimmage.
well, it's hard, but Graham, that was a tough block, and the defender peeled off the block really well. Graham got out there great. He was in a position to make a block, and
Yep.
the defender just came around it and grabbed Nick and brought him to the ground.
Did not. Yep. Could not find the running room.
Second and 17.
All right, well, here we are, second down and 20. Second down 17, excuse me. We got Charlie Pfizer carrying the ball. He's got running room. Nick Giesel got a great block. He's up the center of the field. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's going. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So that went from the 30, about the 28-yard line, down to the 10. So that was a great run.
That was. Well, now we get to see what. Who's this running out?
Oh, that's Trace Hawkins.
He's hustling out. We'll see if we're in red zone.
They got to have a senior play coming out here. Let's see what number we got coming out as a senior.
That's J.P. Cady.
J.P. Cady. So maybe this is his senior play. Keep an eye on number 56.
Is he ineligible? No, 55. Who's
Was it 55?
Graham
that came
Shear?
in?
There's the
Oh,
gift
yeah.
to
Oh,
Shear.
it's Graham
and
Shear.
he's
Look at
got
him run.
blockers run.
Oh, he's in. Brooks is up here laughing.
I think he was determined.
You love a big man running.
Right.
He's like, and you know what?
That was a touchdown, Bruins, by the way.
Touchdown Bruins. There was no one blocking for Graham.
No, there was one person.
I'm sorry, I'm just kidding
Who
around
was
because
that?
I don't know who it was, but Graham was like, "Would somebody block for me?" And of course, that's what everybody says to Graham. So she's on the other foot now, big guy. But he got in there, and that was awesome.
Might have been. Oh, and Savannah Goodwin's out to kick the extra point. I think that was Thomas Vaughn who was leading the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a lead blocker there. That's great for Graham.
There's a snap. The kick is up, and it is no good.
No
She
good. It's a
booted to
little
the left.
Yeah.
She got a good foot on it. Just pulled it a bit. Well, that was
There we go.
That was something. I'm excited to go back and watch the replay of that one.
Well, Graham, it's just, and he was sort of like waving his arm, like "Get out of my way," somebody. I'm going left here, so would someone please block
Can't
for
you
me?
see? Can't you people see?
I
I want to get
gotta-
over there.
I got to tell you, he had good field vision.
Oh, yeah.
And he just went right to the hole.
Wouldn't
And
quite call it a juke, but he certainly
it-
redirected.
Yeah, he definitely redirected his entire body going left, and he got in there for the score, which
Well done.
which is great for Graham. And you know what? Again, these offensive linemen. What statistic do you see for offensive linemen? I mean, they don't give you a stat for number of blocks. They don't give you a stat for
blocks,
pancake.
and that's about it. Yeah.
So giving him a chance to go out there and score a touchdown, he's in the score box. So that's a good thing. The box score. Anyway,
So this is
here we are. Looks like we got Clay kicking off. He'll more than likely kick off deep to the single player back there. And this is a bit of a squib kick, so there should be a return. And it is. It's returned by Longing again. The quarterback. Oh, he switched directions. Oh, it's a fumble. It was a heck of a tackle
That
and
was.
a fumble. Who made that tackle?
I believe that was 30.
Was it JoJo Osment or was it Trey? Or not Trey, but
I saw
it was Zach Terry.
Zach Terry, I believe. Yeah, it was either Joe Osmond or Zach Terry. Zach Terry was getting up. He wasn't really celebrating. I think he was kind of confused
Well,
about
Zach's sort of one of those cool guys, He just is chill. He's, he doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low.
Our producer is agreeing with your assessment.
You got to love the entire Terry family. I mean, Walt, what a great guy. He's a football player. I love hanging out with him on the sideline. All right, and the last drive was 8 plays, 77-yard drive. It was a 10-yard run by Graham Shear. Congratulations, Graham.
There's a snap that give us to Woods. He is up the middle, and he is at the 15, the 10.
Oh, my gosh.
The
What a
5.
block. Oh, they're going to call penalty on that block.
Yeah, there were a couple of flags out there.
I just I don't think that, I got to look at that replay.
Yeah.
Instantaneously, it's hard to see it, but, these referees are calling them.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a game, I believe it was, it was the Evangel game, and, I mean, they were just calling holding on everything. I mean, it was, it was a frustrating situation, so, I can understand a flag here and there.
I have a good friend who says you can call hold on every call.
Play, yeah.
But
they tried to.
They do sometimes.
I mean, in
3 or
that
4
Evangel
plays in a
game,
row.
it went. I mean, it was both ways. It wasn't they weren't favoring one side or the other. So it's first and he picked up 4 yards before the flag got thrown. So 1st and 16.
Yep. So we got Nolan Bruffett. It's the same play. It's got Isaiah Woods going up on that left side. Looks like he got about 8 or 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and looks like about 5, maybe a long 5.
So they gave him 11 yards. Nope, they're saying 6 on the scoreboard, but either way, good to see Woods picking up yards.
It was 1st and 17 with the penalty.
16. Yeah, okay.
So
it's 10 yards.
Yep.
Or say 11 yards.
All right, we got Nolan Bruffett at quarterback again, and Isaiah is in the backfield. Got trips left. Looks like Isaiah again. I tell him I'd get that. I'd get that load moving straight forward.
Yeah,
he's hopping around a little too much, but it's hard to coach while you're on the field.
Yeah. So that was pickup of about right at the first down.
They gave him a first down.
Well.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
They're moving the yard 6 now, so it's a first down. So we got 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. All right, what do we got? We got Biagioni top of your screen. We got Giesel in the slot. We got Isarius and they're gonna let Nolan go up the middle. Nolan, go up the middle. Your blockers are there. All right, he's down to the 2-yard line, maybe 3-yard line.
Oh,
so it'll be a 1st and goal.
I don't think I've seen that one before. First time I've ever seen Bruffett with a quarterback keeper, intentional quarterback keeper.
Oh.
So are we sending any seniors out there to pick up a touch?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has any more senior plays left, but no.
See if we can sneak Lane Hatcher into a uniform and see if
get
anyone
him out
notices
there.
him.
Yeah. Well.
See if anyone notices. I think they would.
Yeah, I think that would be something. Well, I mean, we didn't notice Luke Witham taking the 41 jersey tonight.
That's true.
Okay, that play's not going anywhere up the middle.
Woods may have picked up half a yard.
Which, by the way, we talked at the top of the game, number 41 was Harrison Lane's number, and Luke Witham is wearing that jersey tonight. Luke's normal number, 40, we did not have in a pink jersey, so that's why he took the number 41 jersey tonight.
Yes.
So it was the closest number to him, so they were actually trying to help us, and we just didn't receive the communication. Here we go with Nolan at quarterback again. It's a handoff to Isarius as he comes sweeping around the left side. He's in for the touchdown.
Oh. Yeah, ran over a Badger player on his way in.
Yeah. He's running hard tonight. I'm really glad to see that. Isarius has had some foot issues, but he's been running hard the last couple of games.
Found his feet tonight for sure.
All right, here we go with Thomas Vaughn coming back in for the long snap. And that was Max Gorman that's been in the game at center. So he's been doing some great blocking out there.
Good job, Max. We got his mom and dad up here in the press box with us.
Yeah, once again. So we got Savannah coming out for another kick. They're going to say, all right, let's put this one through the heart of the goalpost. That one, I think she sneaked a little peek as she pushed it off to the left just a tad, the last touchdown. Her head's down there. Oh, yeah, that's a great kick. That's right down the middle. Way to go, Savannah.
So now the Bruins lead 60-0 with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. The clock is ticking. While we wait for them to get set up, we have a little input from our man on the far side of the world.
From our man in Asia.
In Asia, yes. Correspondence. Josh Carroll says that earlier we were talking about not having the replay reviews in high school. However, the National Federation of High Schools implemented a new rule starting this year. Each state association was granted the option to implement instant replay in postseason games to review decisions by on-the-field game officials. This change allows state associations to develop protocols for use of video replay. Now, what he doesn't clarify is if Arkansas is actually going to get involved, do that.
Will they be one of the states?
Yeah, we don't know. We'll just have to find out. It might be subject to what technology is available at the particular sites.
Well, here we go with the kickoff. At 48 seconds left, running clock in the third quarter. Clay James probably kicking deep again. And it's a bit of a sidewinder again. It's picked up by Longing. He's pulled down at the 32-yard line.
So that was Clinton Wilson and Dylan Allison on the tackle.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that Clay James, he's a defensive player, like on the field usually, and he hasn't been running down to try to cover anything. He's just, I guess, playing safety.
Well, yeah. Well, when he kicks as the kicker, you're the last point of defense. So you stay back. Yeah, absolutely, great person to have back there.
So that was a 6-play, 33-yard drive capped off by a 33-yard, a 3-yard touchdown run by Zarius Woods. It took off 3 minutes and 39 seconds from the clock. Of course, that is the end of the third quarter. The Bruins are leading 60-0 here. Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. I think we're going to take a quick break as we wait for the players to realign themselves.
The Week 6 Hug and Haul Offensive Player of the Game was Mason Cobb. Mason had 7 receptions for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mason has a 4.0 GPA, has scored a 33 on the ACT, and plans on majoring in biomedical engineering in college. Mason is active in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and the Young Republicans, and enjoys hunting and fishing in his spare time. Mason would like to play college football if the opportunity presents itself. Congratulations to Mason Cobb, the Hug and Haul Offensive Player of the Game.
And we are back here at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium to start off the fourth quarter with the Bruins leading 60-0 as the Badgers start off with the ball at that's going to be the 29-yard line in their own territory. Here's Longing in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to, actually faked the handoff and then gave it to number 12.
That's Hayden Howard.
Hayden Howard, thank you. I was thinking of Jernigan, but Jernigan is the person he faked it to. So, Longing is looking at the sidelines for the plays.
They got a couple yards off of that. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 7.
Yep. So, Longing waiting for the shotgun. There's a snap. He's looking deep. Passes it to 22.
Yeah.
That was
Austin Smith.
And he was brought down by number 39 for the Bruins. That was Zach Terry.
Zach Terry. Yeah, that was a good throw and catch. I mean, that's some plays are just harder to defend than others.
Been doing that all night.
Yeah, yeah. Well, part of that's the defensive scheme you're playing, but the other part is a great throw and catch. And again, this is just an example about this Beebe team. I mean, I really admire this coach. The heart of the team is one of a fighter and a competitor.
Yep.
And, they're still out there throwing plays like that. So you got to give them credit for keep playing.
Yep.
Tell you, it's getting a little rowdy here. It's been fall break at PA here. They were off school on Thursday and Friday.
Oh, there's a snap to Longing. He's going to keep it and run up the middle. He is brought down. Looks like Joe Osmond initially had the tackle. Didn't quite see who helped him out there.
It was Terry.
Terry again.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a little fan feedback. Fred McCauley says Auburn and Razorbacks will be a tough watch. Got to pull for PA's Will Hastings a little also.
Yeah. My son Nathan goes to Auburn and he hangs out with Thomas Wheelis, Brooks Walton, who all came from PA, went to Auburn, and Will's been really great for them to hang out with up there.
There's a snap. Longing pitches it to Jernigan to the right. Jernigan
Great
found a
hard
little
run.
running room right up the middle. He managed to dodge a couple of tacklers and picked up close to, we'll see how close it is, about a yard shy of the first down.
Yep.
So the Badgers were looking at first down or third down and inches.
Yep.
I mean,
They're coming fast. They're going to go right up the middle.
Oh,
Nope, outside.
there's Longing.
Longing.
He's got the first
He's
down.
got the
and then
edge,
some.
and they turned him inside.
Yep.
So that's one of those subtle things that a cornerback will do for you. You know, instead of letting the guy get outside, he forced him to run inside where the rest of the team can help him. So while it didn't prevent a first down from occurring, it did prevent a touchdown.
Was that
So-
Witcher? Is that, I can't see if, no, that's not Witcher. That's Drew Johnston.
Yeah,
I
no,
believe
that's exactly who it was that,
Yeah.
that made that play that turned him in. That was Drew Johnson.
Making sure we get the proper credit here,
Yep.
especially with the second string. There's the snap. Longing fakes the handoff
Oh,
to Jernigan, going deep, and the pass is caught.
22.
That was number 22,
You know who that is. That's
Austin Smith.
yep.
That was a touchdown for the Badgers. With 8 minutes 58 seconds left, the clock has stopped.
Yeah, Austin's a 6'3", 185-pound, wide receiver, and
Goodness.
he's a target.
I imagine.
And that's the second pass on that series that he caught.
On to attempt the extra point is Jaime Rodriguez. He is actually 11 for 11 on point after tries and
He's
6 of 6 for field goals this
12
year.
for 12.
He
Yeah.
has not missed.
He's a terrible kicker. No, he's fabulous.
Wow.
And,
I mean, that's
that's impressive.
12 of 12 and 6 of 6. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he hasn't been kicking off though, has he?
No, I don't believe so. That's been
he hasn't. And they
well,
Yeah.
they haven't. They've kicked off once, so
yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was the first, but he's not kicking off now either.
no. Oh, okay. That is. Let's see here. That's 44.
Yeah, they kicked off at the beginning of the half as well. So
Jafit Rodriguez.
Well, at least BB didn't get, as they say, skunked tonight. At least they got the goose egg off the scoreboard.
yep. Well, again, they keep working hard.
Yeah.
And
Who's back to receive here?
Oh, it's a bit of it.
There's Cobb again. He's just
He
gonna-
fair caught it.
Yeah.
I didn't see the fair catch signal.
I
but
didn't
that's
either. I
what you
was
do.
fixing to say maybe he's going to do a sneaky play there and
Yeah,
run
yeah.
with it, but he didn't.
He must have fair caught it as soon as the ball went in the air. I just hadn't looked down the field
Yeah.
yet because I was trying to see where they were kicking the ball.
Yeah, I was trying to see who's going to. Yeah.
First down is sponsored by Vince Manso, who just announced
Some more fan feedback here. Let's all meet up for lunch at the Cupcake Factory next Friday. Bruin fans unite, says Josh Carroll. #1 PA fans watching in Nashville, Tennessee. That's from the parents of defensive coordinator coach Madison Taylor. And Josh also told you that was a terrible pun.
Oh,
Goodness
man.
gracious. Oh, who's...
It-
That is
it-
Caleb
it-
Nichols.
Yeah, it was just basically a wildcat.
It was almost like he told him, I'm going to take this one. I got this one. You go over there.
Yeah, we're saying, okay, Caleb, let's see what you got. So yeah, Charlie Pfizer, the quarterback, is lined up wide.
I mean, he's fast enough. You're not hesitant.
Oh yeah,
to
Caleb. Yeah,
Well, both of Charlie and Caleb.
yeah.
Charlie's. We saw how fast he was earlier. So Pfizer's in the shotgun. He's got Caleb to his left. Twins on either side. There's a snap. Gives it to Caleb. Caleb turns the corner. He's at the 40. And he is brought out of bounds at the 38, 37-yard line. Still in Bruin territory.
I saw. Okay, I'm going to say this only because it's my son, but I saw Zach get a good block on that play, and
Love
that's
it.
one thing I've been talking to him about. Wide receivers, you need to block for your players out there. I was glad to see him get a good block there.
Absolutely. But that's one thing. I mean, they're just so good at that. Like the.
And
Bruins.
you got Anthony Lucas coaching you out here. I mean,
Well, that's true.
You're going to learn a lot of good things.
All right. So Pfizer's waiting for the snap. He fakes the give. He passes it to
Nick Easel.
Giesel.
Yep.
On
Great
the right
job,
side.
Nick.
He gets out of bounds. Good for about 4 or 5 yards. Nope. Yep. 5 yards.
Yep. We're down to about 5.5 minutes left in the game.
Goodness.
So it's been rolling fast in this fourth quarter.
That'll happen when the sportsmanship rolls in effect. Pfizer's looking at the sidelines, as is the rest of his teammates.
Coach is sort of sizing up his personnel and deciding what he wants to do here. He's not in any hurry, but you know, he doesn't mess around either.
Nope.
He'll run a play.
Pfizer takes a snap, hands off to Nichols. He's got running room up the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Cuts to the outside. He's swung around at the 20.
Oh, did you see that?
He gets just inside of the 18-yard line before he finally goes out of bounds. He didn't ever go down. He just getting a little help from Bijoni.
From Zach on getting his pads back in, and he was pulled by his jersey, spun around, and he actually broke that tackle too, and just couldn't keep his feet in bounds.
Well, you know,
I thought he was going to score a touchdown. This is the third time tonight I thought Caleb was going to score a touchdown. And
you know, I'm used to calling him by their last name, and I'm not sure if I should call him Zach or Bijoni because I don't want to confuse. I want people to think you're out there.
Well, you ought to hear what I call him. No,
there's a snap. Pfizer pitches it to, that is Cash, and he has got some running room up the middle, and he goes down right at the 11-yard line. Finally, no flags on the play.
Yeah, way to go, Braden. I mean, that's just a good hard run.
So now it is 2nd down and 4 to go. 4 minutes left on the game. Bruins are taking their dear sweet time.
Okay, number 13, who's that? Matthew Hugg. What is he? What is he? Senior. All right, guys, here we go.
So Pfizer's giving him his marching orders.
They're trying to. I think Coach is trying to figure out a play here, but he's like, Matthew's going, it's my play, Coach. You know? What?
Oh, okay.
Here he goes. I love Matthew Hugg. He's a great wrestler. Oh, he's stumbling. Look at it. Go, Matthew. he like the turf monster jumped up and bit him. And almost fell before he got the ball. And then Pfizer's pushing him down the field. He gets his feet, and then he gets tackled.
Had the largest hole we've seen all night.
Yeah. You can see there's like something there on the field. I don't know what it is, but I think he tripped over it.
Oh,
you know?
He's staying out there.
Yeah, come on, Matthew. Let's see what's going on. Oh, man.
So we got twins on either side, but I don't think they're going to matter in this play.
Well, they're playing tight end. Beebe is. They know what. Oh, boy. He's a wrestler, though. Come on.
Oh. And he gets taken down just shy. That was Matthew Hugg again.
Yeah, he got hit in the backfield, and the kid that hit him is taking his time getting up. I mean, look at the 23 is he's thinking twice about that play.
They collided. I mean, he took that hit, and I mean, he went, you know.
It was Zach Lewis.
Okay, so the referee got whatever that strange device was off the field as someone has taken a timeout. Yeah, I'm pretty sure whatever that was, that probably was what tripped.
Was it? Well,
yeah,
we'll say that, you know.
Yeah,
you never know. You're out there and just, you know, something happens. But, while we got time. Oh, go ahead.
He was just confused. He was like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to hit the person with the ball. Who do I hit?
Right, yeah. Well, you're right. It's hard for a defender to say all of a sudden I'm going to be hit versus be the hitter. Hey, while we're out here, you know, I was talking a little bit about it being fall break. I've noticed it's also fall break for University of Arkansas, so a lot of the former players that go to University of Arkansas I'm seeing on the sideline out here too. Again, it just points to the sense of community that PA football has established, and the players want to come back and visit and support. In a lot of cases, their siblings. You know, in our case, Nathan, our son's here back from school and seeing his brother, and a lot of cases just coming out here and visiting with players that you played with, and it's just great to see a lot of these kids out here.
All
right, here we go again.
Hugg is.
They're trying to push him in, and Beebe is pushing everybody back.
Not able to get into the end zone, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Was that Matthew again?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's the same play three straight times.
3 in a row.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, where they run the same senior play 3 times in a row. I think what happened, did he get a first down on the first play? So it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. So he's back out there again, and we have a flag on the play. I'm not sure what the flag is for because they literally just got lined up. And there's 13 seconds left on the play clock, so it couldn't have been a delay of game, illegal substitution.
By who? On the defense. I was going to say it couldn't have been the offense.
So minute 47 seconds left in this game. We're going to see if we can get Matthew Hugg in the end zone one more time.
Well, might
Maybe.
be Matthew. It might be. You never know.
Yep.
Let's see what we got going on here on this third down. It's Charlie Pfizer in the backfield as quarterback.
Snap,
it is
there's
same
the
play.
give, and
They're
it's
like
to Hugg, and he does not get in there again. He is brought down. So
you can hear the fans screaming for Matthew Hugg to get in the end zone. That is just awesome.
So while we wait for them to figure that out, we need to talk about the tennis team real quick.
Oh well, we did. We talked about the state champions.
Was it the golf team that we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about one of them, I thought.
No, we haven't talked about the golf team yet.
Golf team.
And
oh wait, there's the play, and he got in the end zone.
And everybody's cheering.
They did not take their time that time. Matthew Hugg, fourth time is the charm. That was a Cupcake Factory Matthew Hugg fourth down conversion.
Fifth
For
time.
a touchdown. Was it the fifth time?
Fifth straight.
We're glad.
Same play 5 times in a row.
I've never seen that before.
Well,
I don't know if it's the play or the player that coach was wanting to run that for, but whatever it was, if I was ever a senior, I'd ask for that play as my senior play.
the run it 5 times and
Yeah, well, at least you get a touchdown out of the deal.
hope you.
And
Kick it
the
up.
fact of the matter is,
Seelig puts it off the back of the wall and through the uprights.
yeah, it's touchdown. Yeah, it wasn't. We haven't talked about golf, and Jackson May finished 4th in the state overalls. He finished 2nd in the division championships, and he had a great round of golf. And I'll tell you what, I think he might have tied for 2nd or 3rd, but a player eagled out on 18. Holed from the fairway on a par 5 and got an eagle to beat him out by 1 stroke for 2nd or 3rd place. But I'll tell you what, 4th place, anytime Jackson May, you can be on my scramble team, okay? So congratulations.
So
that's it.
Yeah.
That's ball game.
So that'll do it for us here. Guess we're going to give Brooks a few minutes. See if he's got to give us the
I'm just gonna, since we had so much, all different kind of players playing, I don't have enough places on my thing for them. But that last drive was 10 plays, guys. 10 plays for a drive. And like I said, the last 2 yards was a touchdown run by
Matthew Hugg.
Matthew Hugg. There you go.
Well,
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and give out a couple Bear Claws, too. On the offense, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Zarius Woods. I feel like he acquitted himself nicely tonight. He, every time he got the ball, as you said earlier, I mean, he ran hard. Certainly, he's been dealing with that foot injury, and it certainly wasn't showing tonight.
I love how you say acquitted him. That's like a lawyer right there. That's we have an acquittal for our
not
player.
Guilty of anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
I mean, guilty of not scoring a touchdown. But he,
all right.
finished
He's
that.
He's had a few.
Clearly. No,
But no, I think that's a great Bear Claw. No doubt about it.
And then the
Well
other
deserved.
one is Chris Connell. I mean, anytime you start off with 2 interceptions, and I mean, he really just set the pace tonight. Grabbed those 2 interceptions. Should have had that touchdown, as you said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one just because Wilson Miller was all over the field, as you said.
And Clinton Wilson too.
Wilson. I mean, all
they
three
both.
of them.
There were so many great plays tonight, and this was a great team victory. Ends up at 67-7. PA on top, obviously. It's great to be home for Pink Out. And what do we got coming up?
Next week we got the Parkview Patriots.
Where are we playing them?
War Memorial Stadium.
We're going to do War Memorial. That's where Little Rock Christian is tonight, playing them.
One thing tonight I was concerned about was how to keep the team motivated going to play a team that's 1-4. But but I don't know what it is about Kelly, but his players always come ready to play, and they played a good game tonight.
They absolutely did, and as the Bruins move to 5-2 now, they are 3-1 in conference.
Yes, looking
to hopefully lock up that at least number 2 spot. I'll be interested to see when does Maumelle play Little Rock Christian?
Oh, it's late. It's like November 7th or 10th or something like that. But it's late,
game to watch
and it's at Maumelle.
Oh,
okay. Well, very good.
I'll tell you, that to me is going to be a tough game for Little Rock Christian. When we played them, we jumped up on them early, and they started coming back. But they've got players. I I mean, they've got speed. They've got size. I mean, that is a team that I think, no matter what, I think they'll end up in the playoffs. But, that's someone that you would not want to play on a cold night.
No. As you said, it's going to be late in the season, so we can expect it to be cold.
Yeah. Maybe somebody like Maumelle I'd say sneak up on them, but give them a good fight and win the ball game maybe.
Oh, I think they'll give them a good fight. They gave us a good fight.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
2 years in a row. I mean, last year was and that was at Maumelle. They have a good atmosphere.
It was very similar. We went out ahead early in that game too,
right.
and then they came back hard. And again, that's a team that keeps playing hard. I love coaches that have their players. It's like life, you got to keep playing hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what football can teach you in a microcosm.
Yep. Well, anyone else got anything?
Oh, we got plenty. I just want to thank you guys so much.
Man.
It was great to spend some time with you tonight.
I mean, that was
Brooks. Brooks and I have talked many times. We always have a great time, a lot of laughs.
Right.
I think so much about the PA program, so much about all the coaches. I mean, obviously, Coach Kelly gets a lot of the accolades, but he really does a great job. But all the coaches that are part of this organization really do a lot of work. You have no idea how many hours they put into this program.
Well, not only the high school part, it's the junior high part. They have to do that also.
Yeah.
And,
but the benefit is to the high school, right?
Right,
because
right.
you train them on the route structures,
Right.
you train them on the defense, you train them on the signals, and it benefits the high school team, and that's what this whole program is about.
Yeah.
It's not about one play, one game, or one team, or high school or junior high. It's about a program, and Coach leads that. The other thing you really got, again, hats off to the state champion tennis players and in golf too, but that's driven by an athletic director. So we got to tip our hats to being able to do that. I know this is a hard thing to have all sports at a pinnacle level. Always that's tough to do.
Yeah, it is.
But PA fosters an environment for the opportunity to be a champion. So it's good to be a part of it. And thank you so much for inviting me, Josh, tonight. Have safe travels back home. And Holt and Brooks, keep doing a great job up here. Appreciate all the work you guys do.
Well, for me personally, I thought it was really neat tonight to have a different angle, if you will, on the game, to have a player son up here, get to see an actual – I mean, that was really special to see that.
Trust me, yeah.
To be on the air when that happens, and oh, wow.
I'm gonna go out back my back fireplace, smoke a cigar tonight. That doesn't happen all the time.
But yeah, just to have a different perspective on the game, to have a player out there playing, and you've known these players for so long. I mean,
and the parents
said, it's
too.
a family and the parents. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You just give us a different angle. So
well, my pleasure. I'm happy to come back anytime you all would want me. And
absolutely,
sure. It was a joy.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm going to leave this with the last feedback from the night. It's from Josh Carroll. It says, great job, guys. Enjoyed hopefully breaking the record for furthest away Bruin fan watching the game live. I look forward to rejoining you next game. Good night. Good luck. 73.
73.
73.